The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. Episode 84 of New York's #1 podcast for hip hop. The most dangerous, trademarked, most inspirational, most influential.
Say that. Talk about it.
The #1 underground podcast in the world.
All of it.
The podcast that motherfuckers know about, but they don't want to share. But the veil is coming down slowly but surely. Y'all see who's pulling up to the pod. Y'all see who's resharing the pod. We got some shit in the tuck. We got a couple of more surprises in motion. If it's not at the end of 2023, it'll be in top of the 2024. Yes, but the fact of the matter is, at 84, the road to 100 is in full swing. And a lot of things are gonna happen on this podcast, and we need y'all here with us.
A lot of gears in motion.
A lot of gears in motion.
A lot of conversations being had.
Man,
talk about it.
You see him scratching his eyebrow, huh? It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, bro. And you know what? Shout out to Danona Rosa, the top pizza spot in the world. I want to get that out the way because we got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? A lot to talk about. It's your boy Jov here alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up, what up?
Alongside Deanie the Balance.
Force be with you.
Alongside the homie Mace.
What up, gang?
You know what I'm saying? You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, Twitter. And if you don't know by now, we are
tonight's entertainment.
So, along with all of these moving parts that we laid out for you as things are going in a certain direction, we also had something that we've been calling behind the scenes Sabotage Gate. Sabotage Gate happened almost 2 weeks ago, where this narrative just sprouted up out of nowhere, where the Rap Roundtable, specifically the Rap Roundtable, uses Nas for clicks. We're fake fans of the culture. We're not real. We're not phony. I've seen tweets that say, you'll see who these guys really are. Just wait on it. And we're just using Escobar for clicks.
Us?
Yeah. Us. Out of everybody. Say it. Out of everybody.
Out of everybody?
The Rap Roundtable is using Nas for clicks. So, at first, as you've noticed, the shit happened. And we've had multiple episodes come out since. I think by the time y'all see this, it will be 3 episodes since the sabotage attempt was made, and we haven't said anything about it. Because you know what? I've seen that people, in a kind of a way, they feed off that negativity. And when we speak, we're never the good guys. I've learned that the hard way. No matter how right we are, we're never the good guys, right? But I listen to my expert opinion. Shout out to Math. You know what I mean? One of those in the culture. One of the top niggas, actually. For sure. And it's a saying that he says is, as an unchecked lie often becomes the truth. And I was prepared to just leave it alone, but I'm like, if we don't say anything, there's going to be motherfuckers that really believe this shit. When we did the Tierra Whack episode, when her and what's his guy's name, Simba was fronting on Nas, there was a lot of dislikes on that YouTube video. For a Nas video on the Rap Roundtable. Unheard of.
Oh, that's interesting. Because
Crazy.
we came to Nas's defense. What? Like,
that's interesting.
All right. Okay. So, I want to just take us back to the top of this episode. The top of the podcast. The Rap Roundtable got together because I had a podcast called The Gray Area. I worked with these brothers before Mace. Mace should have always been on the show, let's be clear. But we had Lang on the show, and we all worked together. Yeah, shout out to him.
Salute to Lang.
When they came to do the episode, we realized, we had a fucking blast doing this shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, chemistry.
Yeah. I was
vibes,
like,
flow.
We stayed connected even though niggas moved on from the job. And I was like, I miss these niggas. Because we used to really it was like being back at the library again. Like, just bantering. Cindy and I almost getting in trouble for arguing about rap. Us on the 6th floor coming back from our lunch break late because...
Wait, what were we arguing about, though, mostly?
Jay-Z and Nas.
No, that can't be right, because I didn't become a Nas fan until 2019 when the podcast started. So...
Bro,
wow. That doesn't make sense.
And this is 2008.
And you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
I've been faking it for a long time, y'all.
A long time, bro.
God damn.
I met this dude. And I had him pegged. I said, you must be a Nas fan. And that's how the shit started. He said some shit, and I was like, you gotta be a Nas fan.
What does George Costanza say? is not a lie if you believe it.
Believe it.
I've been lying to myself
There you go.
for a long ass time about Nas.
So when we got together, we did the episode. I think the Drake and Pusha T shit was going on, and I'm like, yo, I think Pusha went to the Joe Budden pod, and I hit my niggas like, yo, we could do if Joe was doing this with Pusha, we could do this. Why aren't we doing this? We launched the episode. We launched the podcast 2019. We trying to find out we drop it once a month. We didn't even know about this particular Nas audience until we did the KD1 reaction. And even then, we didn't really like lean into it because we didn't know what it was. We was like, oh shit, man, niggas love Nas. We learned that niggas love Nas. But we kept it moving. Magic dropped. That's when we understood, oh shit. And then we did some dumb shit after Magic dropped, and we had too much fun with it, and then the fans got mad at us. Right.
And to be clear, I just want to jump in real quick.
Please.
Because people are gonna take that and they're gonna twist it. They're gonna be like, "Yo, Jov said that he thought nobody liked Nas out there." Like,
No,
that's not what we're saying.
I didn't know the audience
Didn't know
was that
there was
active.
such a huge
Right.
contingent of
Yes.
listeners who fuck with Nas on that level.
How active they are.
How loud.
in the space.
Yes.
And I'll take it a step further by saying that I've said it on this pod. I gave Nas fans credit because I said there's a lot of Hov fans out here, but they're quiet as fuck. You can't find a Hov fan until you say something bad about him. And we learned that this past summer when we was like, should we cancel Hov? And then the Hov fans popped out.
Yep.
So
man.
we did that shit. We did the It's Like Magic episode. They got mad at us again. Then I think Roll Around, we said that nobody could beat Jay-Z in the verses. And then through that shit went crazy. And through that, we linked up with According to Hip Hop. And then they did some things that we felt like were a little shady. And, we probably came off as bullies. Fair is fair. But y'all didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. There was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we felt were shady. There were certain things that happened on wax that we felt were shady. And because we're from New York and we're shit talkers, we have fun with it. We could have just been like, fuck these niggas, it's not. Nah, we just gonna talk shit. Because at the end of the day, it's still competition. These guys are the number one pod in this space.
And we've talked about it in the past, and I feel like we have to constantly repeat it. A lot of times, that's how we show love and respect.
There you
is
go.
by cutting ass.
There you go.
That's the culture.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Bro, like, again, if you haven't figured it, look at it, like one day we're gonna do a supercut with every time Sincere and I have argued about some shit on this podcast. Sincere and Deanie have argued about Kendrick and motherfucking 3 Stacks on this podcast. That is how we endear. Like, if I'm too nice to you, I probably don't fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
So part of it was respect. Part of it was, man, these niggas is doing some funny shit, so we gonna fuck with them. That's what it is.
What we do.
And some people in the chat, they like that. It's competition. Like, when we met with Coop last year at the bar, I said, yo, this shit is entertaining. We love to entertain. I said, me and Coop don't see the eye to eye on a lot of shit, but what we saw eye to eye on at that bar was we like to entertain the people. We like to galvanize the audience, right? Do the KD3 reaction, that goes crazy. And then we had a conversation off record on the podcast where it's like, if at the time maybe like 7,000, 8,000, so I don't even know what the number was. It might not even have been 7 or 8 yet. But let's say 75% of those subscribers are Nas fans.
Right.
Why wouldn't we feed them if the Nas fans keep telling us they feel like their favorite rapper doesn't get supported? And a bunch of y'all are supporting our channel because one of the first people who was delivering the super chats were Nas fans.
Right.
So why the fuck would we not put out Nas content? Did we reach for the Nas content? No.
And he was
But
cooking.
if Nas put out news or there was Nas news that moved the needle, we talked about it. When there was album rollout time, we talked about it. So it's like, if you got a contingent of Nas fans who want to be fed, he's making news. If we don't talk about him, you'll come at us crazy.
Facts.
Now that we do talk about him and we give him love, we're using Nas for clicks. And then the next narrative, and I'm gonna pass it off to Sin, because a lot of this shit took off after that launch segment where it's like, oh, niggas is attacking they fans in the comment section. They argue with the fans too much. And It's like, if you go to our Twitter bio, and I'm gonna read the Twitter bio before I pass it to Sin, because I need niggas to understand something. Like, y'all pushing a narrative that's not accurate, and I'm not going for it anymore. Our Twitter bio says, we are the voices of hip hop that don't expect you to always agree with us.
Simple as that.
Yet that contingent of fans who try to sabotage us always say that we get mad when they don't agree with us, which is beyond me. We argue with Mad Max, Leah May, Marcos, Leah M,
Free with the 2 3s,
LP, Mike 100. I could keep naming these names.
Soulmatic,
And it goes back and forth.
Right.
LP.
We
Talk
don't
about
care if you don't agree with us. But what we do care about is when niggas you spam us on social media, or anytime you do show up, you got some negative shit to say. Like, you never show love. It's even when we are talking about Nas, you find a way to spin the angle as if we're the Jay-Z fans pretending to show Nas love or whatever the fuck. My whole cape is always somewhere in the tuck. But when it's time to give love, I give love. But it's like, y'all niggas always spinning this weird angle. And y'all got mad when Sin finally told y'all to get the fuck out of here. And it's like, bro, what exactly do you want?
And to be clear,
go ahead.
To be clear, I only told one person to get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck off.
You told everybody that you
one. No,
/4.
I told one nameless face, with many faces apparently, many names out there, to get the fuck off my lawn because he's on some like this shit called yes online, and I don't play that shit. I don't vibe with that shit. You know what I mean? That was the only thing I really said, and so for this segment of people, for this contingent of people to look at that and then sort of stretch it out, pause, to
first one
to early for them to expand it. Is that bad?
Yeah,
it's fine.
All right,
I don't like it either. the chat, what y'all think? Is that valid?
Expand is safe.
Fine. For them to expand it to say that I am talking bad about the entire space, the entire contingent of Nas fans. I had somebody reach out to me and say, like, we got to be able to have this this discussion or this what was the word he used? This discourse. We got to have this discourse. I'm like, what discourse? I'm not talking with a group of people. I'm talking with one person, and that person and I have nothing to discourse about,
right?
Because all signs point that it's nothing but red flags with that person. All signs point to that person's not right in the head. You know what I mean? Like when you take that much energy into constantly sending these barrage of messages and tweets and constantly tagging, you're not getting any response, and you keep doing it over and over and over again. That one person is not all there. There's some that's not connecting with that person.
But here's the problem with that.
And so I'm only talking to that one person. That's it. Not everybody, not the whole space, not all Nas fans. I'm a Nas fan too. Why would I say that about all Nas fans? That would be saying something about me. But that one person got some issues.
Talking about one guy, the invisible man who won't actually disappear, bro.
And that's the shit that loses me. So you made a point about nobody responding. But then there are people who, in fact, are responding and are galvanizing this person to turn the volume up and really try to slander us.
Right.
And then you have a Twitter space where niggas said Sincere is playing a role as a Nas fan so that I could have someone to banter up against as
basically
a Jay-Z
Joker and
fan.
Batman.
Yeah.
Right.
Which basically, matter of fact, I forgot the word he
Yo,
used.
I've spent so much money playing this role.
You know what I'm saying?
Playing this role.
And I had to tell bro,
concert tickets,
energy,
T-shirts,
you know what I'm saying?
merch.
I want to find this shit, bro, because it's a word that I want to read the message to this nigga, because he kept trying to tell me, and it's like, love is love at the end of the day. Like, I'm not mad at bro, but nevertheless, if you saying that Sincere is I can't find the message. Sincere is fronting, it is malicious. That's basically what I told him. He said it was no malintent when he said it. They were just bantering on the show. But to say that we're perpetrating a fraud on our fucking podcast is malicious. Even if it is banter, you're hurting our business by telling a majority of people that what we are putting out there is fake. So that's called sabotage, my boy. Like my man. You can't say you support us in one side and then you stand by while a nigga says what he says, but then bro said, "Oh, it's not like they're gonna say anything to me anyway." Like, bro, like now everybody's tough now. Like, how did we get here?
Right.
And I think I asked y'all that in the group chat.
Nothing against them. Not like they're gonna step to me anyway. Like the most passive aggressive shit I've ever heard, bro.
Right. I mean, we would love to step to you.
While you thought we weren't hearing.
I asked bro, like, what's good with the Twitter space, and he kind of didn't want me in there. So again, I put we dropping the gauntlet here. If y'all have enough temerity to speak about the Rap Roundtable, invite the Rap Roundtable while you speak about us. Because we, as you've seen, we are the center of the space. We've had everybody on the show. We've had roundtables. We've had wild collabs. Everybody's been on the Rap Roundtable. You can't say that about other platforms. But everybody's been here.
Right.
We're willing to have that discourse on your space. So y'all can say everything that y'all said about us to us, and then we can push back against that. Is that a crime, Sen?
It's not a crime. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I feel a kind of way about it because,
as you should.
It's like, by you doing that, it's like, if I say, yo, easier to say the one and you're telling me that I have to have this, I should have discourse with that person,
right?
Then that means you're basically coming to that person's defense. In my eyes, you are defending that person. It's one person.
And there's people who are giving that person a voice on their platforms as well, which is that's an issue for me.
Wild.
You can't say that you're for this space, but then promote divisiveness within the space. That's a problem. Yeah, I mean, because again, you could say, oh, y'all talked about according to hip hop, but yeah, we said things about according to hip hop, but nigga, according to hip hop has been on the Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. Yep.
We've been on their show.
Yep.
I've hit Mike. I have Mike D's number. Anytime I've had a real issue, I've directly contacted Mike D and said, yo, I feel a way about X, Y, and Z.
Yo, and you know what's crazy too? Now that you bring that up, even Coop and according to hip hop have addressed that person and be like, yo, can you stop with the tagging?
There you go.
Please.
Protecting his entity.
Yeah. So it's not just us.
But you know what's funny? Because and it goes to another point. This shit is so many layers. I think there's a difference. I think with that particular segment, the love they have for us is conditional. They don't really fuck with us like that. They like what we're saying, but they don't fuck with us.
Right.
If we would have said, yo, you fucking with our entity, whatever, the same shit that happened a couple of weeks ago would have happened months ago.
Right.
But because they actually fuck with Coop and them, I could see, you know what I mean? That's respect.
Mm-hmm.
They let Coop get that off. They said, all right, no problem. But look, listen, I said that. Let me have said that. What?
Right.
And if you want to talk about hashtag discourse, you know what I mean? I don't like the narrative that you know we like thin skin. You know what I'm saying? Like that we're not open to talking to anybody because just as Jav mentioned, we've had all of the names in the space that we all love because I watch their videos away from our pod. Niggas really put in work. Let's speak about that. But also, listen, we even ready for y'all to come up. Y'all remember, if y'all want us to bring back the Monday Lives where y'all come up and let us know about yourselves, about ourselves, because at the end of the day, we don't mind getting, you know, people telling us, hey, I don't want y'all to talk about this. I want y'all to talk about that. Like, this isn't, just like Jav mentioned in the beginning, like, we realized that our supporters wanted to hear something and we spoke about it. And it's like, that's just the way you're supposed to do things. You know what I mean? We don't have like no problem.
We didn't force it. Nas was dropping great music. Nas was doing great things for the culture. It's only right. Exactly. It's only right you speak about what's going on in the culture.
Go.
Like, what do y'all niggas want, bro? Like, on some G shit. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. I felt like the love they have for the Rap Roundtable was always conditional because there was conversation. Again, like we were the topic of the group chat. There was conversations had about us. By that group of people. Some of them, maybe they do legitimately fuck with us. Some of them, obviously not. And it was decided that we got voted off the island. Yeah.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
We good off the island, though.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, but we never were on the island. That's the difference. But the problem is like, as adults, like, nigga, we all like grown parents, etc. If niggas had an issue with the Rap Roundtable, we are easy to find.
Holla at us, man.
The same niggas that said we use a Nas for clicks, we thought we had a fan base. At least now, I feel like now we know who really fucks with us coming out the other side of this because they still there. They're not even entertaining that fuck shit. But we increased our output. I used to bother these niggas to put more episodes out. Now we give you, this week you're going to get 3 episodes from the Rap Round.
Yes, sir.
You dig?
Fuck with it.
Every week.
You know what I'm saying? We use the niggas for clicks. The shit happened with Tierra Whack and Simba, and niggas got mad because we didn't say anything. Because I said I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah.
Well, niggas like, oh, you tap dancing, Jav. Why aren't you saying anything? Because one, I didn't trust what the truth of the matter with the people who said it, and two, everything is not worth the response.
Right.
And then when I did the live with y'all, I said I wouldn't surprise me if niggas have a rollout for some shit. Tierra Whack 2 days later had a music video out.
Indeed.
But I'm tap dancing because I see the fuck shit. Maybe you should trust niggas when they tell you to pump your brakes and read the fucking room. No, but we're not riding for Nas. Nas won't even address this. He might give it a bar and a half. Cause he's not like, if he's not getting, or he'll, yo, Tierra, Simba, what you doing? Like,
Right.
don't talk to OG like that. Give him a little pop out and give him a 16.
And
We don't know.
What I be telling Jarv all the time is every mention is not worth attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bars.
Just because somebody out there is always gonna have something to say. But who is that person? What are they putting into the game? What energy are they putting? What have they accomplished? You know what I mean? And if the sum of who they are and what they do doesn't equate to what we do and where we're at, then you might not get a response. You might, but chances are you might not. You know what I mean? So like when people come up to me and it's like, yo, we gotta have this discourse, or they're owed discourse. You're not owed anything.
Like, do you watch the show? It's all there.
Right.
It's everything we talk about is all there.
Layers.
And one thing I want to do, Jav already did it, but is separate the supporters from the people that this controversy was starting from. Because you guys, y'all that pull up all the time, multiple episodes a week.
Spend your bread.
Because
that was a talking point from bro too, like, or like because of the super chats and this and that. And it's like, nigga, when we was doing the super chats for the live, it was to give y'all a platform. Of course, it puts some bread in our pocket, but just because you do that don't mean that we gotta take abuse as well. But carry on.
Right. But when we speak about, is a difference between y'all who we absolutely fuck with. Y'all know y'all can hit us on the DMs on socials. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Some of y'all follow me on IG with my kids up. You know what I mean? We
Nigga.
fuck with y'all. So y'all are the fifth member of the round table. Walt is the sixth man. Shouts to Ginobili. You know what I mean? Y'all are the fifth member. So like if it would have been our listeners and our supporters who came up with this, we would have evaluated the way we went about things. When y'all told us we was bugging about JID, we spoke amongst each other like, maybe we bugging y'all. Like, y'all opinion matters just like us
now.
four.
Yeah.
Right.
Salute to that.
Thank you, JID. I take back
Shouts
everything
to
I
Jid,
said.
man. Shouts to
Because the ham.
Dreamville is looking all right these days. You know what I mean? But it's
Talk
like
about
we don't just write off what y'all say to us. When our supporters, when people who fuck with us let us know something, we check with each other like, yo, are we bugging y'all? Is something going on? So it would have been something different if this narrative was coming from people that we knew had our best interests in heart. You know what I mean? People that fucked with us, people that love us, you know what I mean, that we love. It's different if that narrative started from there. You know what I mean? So we want to let y'all know, like, the people who actually fuck with us, if y'all would have told us this, we might have been like, you know what I mean? But it wasn't that. You know what I mean?
And the timing of it is real interesting. Like, we establish this platform, we get to 10K, now at 11.5. People are looking at us. Head Boy is using my voice for the rollout of Magic 3.
Fire.
Low Keys on the pod.
Shouts to Low.
Two T's is retweeting our shit.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Punch showing love, etc. Fucking Fuji's at Jason is doing some things for the rap round table. Shit.
sir.
There's a lot of there's a lot of things going on. And now y'all pull
Parts.
this. It's crazy. Because again, we, like, you made that point about being thin skinned. Like, we've always been the show where we wanted the audience to be part of the show.
Right.
It's not about us feeling like we got a platform where we're above you. We're of you. So we go back and forth because we don't ever want to lose that idea that we're just regular niggas with opinions.
Shooting
Just like
shit.
you watching the show, you're a regular nigga with an opinion. We're not thin-skinned. We just love rap. We like to
We're
argue
in the
about rap.
chats
Fuck.
in the live chats, bro. Really conversing
You
with the
go.
listeners, bro.
You
like
go.
all 4 niggas. Like we
Yeah.
talk to the people.
It'd be crazy if we just like put the episodes out and
Just
that
left
was
them.
it.
That's it.
We
You know what
in
I
there.
mean?
We in there. So even when y'all niggas get crazy,
Right.
we get crazy with y'all. When
I
y'all
don't-
show love,
like,
we
I don't
show
give a
love
fuck
back.
what they say.
It's
So
like
let
some
them have
cousin
the
shit,
chat,
though,
whatever.
you know?
But
It's
we're
a
in there,
conversation.
we're conversing with y'all, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, y'all are our people.
There you
Fuck
go.
with y'all, man.
And,
day,
and
every
I'll
day.
close it out like this. To say we use Nas for clicks, we didn't get comp tickets for Garden. Nope. We didn't get comp tickets for Yankee Stadium. Nope. We didn't get comp tickets for the Barclays Center. We chose to be a part of this run that Nas was on. We spent our bread. We chopped with people who watched the show. We bumped into them. We showed love. We built with them, right? And then of course we have careers and families. So for you to say that like we're frauds, and then you even like a nigga like Tony the Dome, you dragging him in here. Niggas dedicate a lot of time, energy, and money to this shit. We put work in. This is that we love what we do, but we put the work in. And you saying that we're using shit for clicks and doing this and that, you're belittling the work that Tony puts in, that we put in, and whoever else. I can't speak for them industry niggas, but I know my 4 brothers, like my three brothers, part of me, we put in a lot of work. It's a nigga. A lot of times me and Sending fought about content. So for you to say that niggas is faking it and whatever the fuck else, that's a slap in the face.
Let me jump in real quick, man, because like you see me like scratching my gray beard. Look how fucking old I am.
Come on, bro.
True to
What it
this,
look
not
like,
new to
I
this, man.
gotta like to put in time from my day job, time with my family, time that I spend working on the pod, producing the pod, creating content for the pod, making the beats.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean?
Talk
And now
about
I gotta make up a whole false persona that reaches back to 1992.
Come on, bro.
And I have to do all of that back research. Like, yo, when did Live at the Barbecue drop? When did Illmatic drop? When it was written? The freestyles, when did they drop? All of the unreleased shit that I did a whole month of unreleased Nas on Twitter. I had to go and figure all that shit
And you
out
were playing a
just,
role. That's crazy.
just to
Crazy,
play a
bro.
role.
Disrespectful.
I get them Facebook flashbacks with you know what I mean, I won't drop your government, you know what I mean? But it'll be my mans in the joint tagging me and Jarv in 2012, like, yo,
Come
his
on,
life is
bro.
good a classic. You know what I mean? Like, my
Come
man
on,
really
bro.
is here, bro.
First, and
here
let's
for
be
this,
clear.
man.
Let's be clear. Sincere the Rap Snob was not a name he created, nigga. I started calling him that because he used to be annoying talking to this nigga about rap. You can't impress this nigga. He's a fucking snob. That's not a role. This is real life, nigga.
Man,
He is I, now he's him, man.
When you watch the Chatty Boy segment, that's really him. He don't want nothing to do with that shit.
Real talk.
But anyway, stop trying to put our marginalize what the fuck we do. We work hard. We put the work in. We listen to the fucking audience. We gave the audience what they want. And if the Nas fans, if the 75% of our subscribers who are Nas fans want Nas content, don't say we use the Nas for clicks. No, nigga, we have a fandom of Nas fans who want to see us talk about Nas, and we did that.
Easy.
If we not part of the hive mind where we agree and we say things that you want to hear or like-minded, sorry. But then we'll just be fake. Then we'll be faking it if we say what you want to hear. And a lot of niggas are faking it. It's so man. This shit saying.
Yeah, y'all are. Yeah, y'all are.
Quiet, real
Y'all mad
quiet.
at us for speaking our truths. But don't let that go over your head.
And also, shouts to y'all when the slander was coming through. A few of y'all was checking that shit. Shouts
Shout
to
out.
y'all, man. Because
Shout
y'all
out to
didn't
Gritty.
have to do that. Y'all
Shout
could
out to
just
Gritty.
continue to fuck with
I'm
us.
call Gritty names.
Mad
Shouts to
Max,
Gritty.
Mad Max, they see
Max.
the real.
LB,
Yeah.
shouts to you.
Yep.
It's a few of y'all. Shouts to y'all.
Y'all wasn't
Y'all
going
could have
for
kept
that.
it pushing.
Y'all didn't let us flip. And that's why, homie, you let this slander and you never said a word. You was in the fucking space and you didn't say a word. So for you to say you spent your bread, but you let niggas get their shit off and you didn't push back against it, you look kind of crazy, bro.
now we
Talk
gotta have
about it.
discourse.
Hashtag discourse.
Colloquy.
Not to
Going
say
next
we
to
need niggas to
soundscapes.
defend us, but you've been on the show where like you spent your bread, you had time, and you remember we said like $1 a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro spent like a half hour with us one time. He didn't spend $30,
Chopped it.
but the chop up was beautiful.
Yeah.
and we
Was.
thought he fucked with us.
Was
But you
healthy.
let niggas clap at us.
Right. Crazy.
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 And that's my thing. It's like,
That was the homie.
look, no, it's not even that. It's that if you agree with the sentiment, then say that. Just come out. But like to say nothing, now it's like, all right, so you're not gonna say nothing to them, but you're also not gonna, as a fan, you're not gonna come in and say, oh, I don't know about all. You know what I mean? You're just gonna stay quiet. That's even worse. One
Pick
way
a
or the
side.
other. If you agree with them, just say that so that we know where everybody stands.
It is what
Because
it is.
we're okay if you don't agree with everything we have to say. Even if you don't agree with Sin and us saying bro is a stalker and maybe we overdid it, who knows? That's a conversation that probably won't happen. But nevertheless, if you feel that way, we're cool with that.
Right.
I don't think we.
But don't play both sides. That makes you an op in my eyes. You know what I mean? I'm not going too far with that. I'm just saying, like, you in particular, I'm disappointed in you. Everybody else, y'all know how we coming. I don't think I never dropped my Jay-Z flag. I gave Nas mad love. The cape was still around. Sincere when he feels like he needs to be balanced, it's gonna be balanced. But you know what? You know what? They get mad at you for not being a loud Nas fan. They don't know you personally. That's not your nature. Nigga, before the show went on the air, I said, you too fucking modest. I word to mother, I said that shit to
in a
this nigga.
completely different manner.
Sin's a calm dude.
Different
man.
context, completely different context.
But that's who you are. He's never gonna be loud anything. Outside
Let the
being a
Migos
rap
hit.
snob.
Let the Migos hit a
You know
little
what I
bit,
mean?
maybe.
Sen got that Nas energy, man. Fuck the peasants and keep it pushing, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner or later, y'all see who the prophet is type shit.
There you go. The rap round table. We are
Yeah.
the prop. And again, I keep going back. I keep saying it's over, but it's not. Everything that's happened, we talked about it. We literally had conversations about waiting for these particular moments where shit would pop off a certain kind of way, and niggas would identify themselves to us. Hi. We saw you a long time ago. Welcome. Hi. Now, Jay-Z. He has an interview coming out with Gayle King on the 14th
Yes.
of September.
November.
Yeah, shit.
Migos.
I didn't eat
The
enough and I'm
Migos will
drinking.
do it.
God damn it.
Talk to him, Job.
In fact, at the time of this episode dropping, the interview will probably be on its way.
Indeed.
I think it's a primetime release.
Right.
I could have sworn he was done with Gayle King.
I thought so too.
Yeah, man. Spin the block. I mean, if
Did
I
he
would have
ever
seen her
leave
in
the
that
block?
green dress, I might have spun the
Spun
block
too,
too.
right?
Because I ain't gonna
Jesus.
front them
Shout out to
yams.
Gayle.
Because you know what I mean?
Hashtag yams.
Yo.
Early
well-
Thanksgiving, right?
I'm sorry, because she's not a girl. Hey, man.
Early Thanksgiving.
And those are well seasoned yams.
Yes.
Oh,
Spicy
man.
yams.
Those yams have
Candy
been through
yams.
the wars. Those be the yams that know exactly what they want. Like you don't even gotta waste time.
Through
You don't
the
gotta
fire
tap
yams.
dance. They know what they want and how they want them yams to be seasoned and cooked. You okay?
Hey, ma'am.
Hey, ma'am. New shit.
Hey,
A
man.
rap round table Thanksgiving.
You know what I mean?
Lord of mercy.
So it begs the question. And because I've talked a lot, I'm gonna pass this ball. I'm gonna stand in the corner for this segment. Is Jay-Z rolling out, Mace?
Is Jay-Z rolling out? Absolutely. Jay-Z is rolling out. Listen, guys. Just like you said, Joff, this Gayle King situation, I thought it was over. You know what I mean? Maybe, I know, that legendary R. Kelly Gayle King interview went on for like 3
Robert.
months. You know what I mean? Robert. Is this camera on me? But
Killing me with this shit. Fucking
shouts to
God
Gayle
damn.
for that. The now legendary. Me and wifey watch that for a little, like once a month. You know what I mean? Like a highlight tape.
Nah, Rob is
You
a
know what I mean?
sociopath. Do all of that shit and with all the
To be
information
guilty,
against
bro.
them.
And bug out like that.
It's a different type of nigga, bro.
That's sociopathy right there. But yeah, Job is Jay rolling out? Of course he's rolling out. We got the Book of Hove. It ends December 4th. We got this Gayle King situation. It's Hip Hop 50. Everybody been talking shit about him for months at this point.
Heavy.
We have the movie on Netflix that, I never kind of Googled again. So, maybe one of you guys can tell me. But listen,
It dropped? It came out?
you tell
first
me.
I
I
thought
don't
it
know.
was gonna be like
Chat,
January.
did it drop? I don't know.
No,
Nobody
we're talking
knows.
about it. I think it's January because it's like the
Terrible movie.
the Death Row
Oh, yeah. From the film.
terrible
The film
movie.
buffs
Yeah.
let us know.
Y'all broke that down.
So yeah, is Jay-Z rolling out? He absolutely is rolling out. Jay-Z, I'm sure he has some sort of business dealings within the rollout. You know, I'm not even talking shit. You know what I mean? But just, you know, for the last, basically, you know, since 2013, he been rolling shit out with business. So
all ducks in a row.
Something like that. You know what I mean? So I think it's the perfect time. The fourth quarter is clear. December 4th is coming up. I wouldn't be surprised. We know Nas dropped on his birthday. Nicki Minaj is dropping on her birthday this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jay was, you know, doing a little rollout. You know, it's a little bit of an old school rollout. I won't lie. You know, but, you know, I trust the Jigger man to get his business right, you know?
Deanie, talk to me.
Rollout, definitely. I just don't know if it's a rollout for music. This could be a litany of other shit. Hov could have a new fucking champagne coming out for all I know.
Hopefully not.
He wouldn't do all this for me.
I mean, a lot of people saying he would have had done all this for the Book of Hov and not done something for Hip Hop 50. So, you know, people gonna speculate on what it is, you know. But I mean, I think I would hope, I want to see a tour. I think a tour is due. It's been 25 years since Hard Knock Life tour. We talked about this, you know what I'm saying? Everything's 25. It's half of 50.
Didn't you kind of predict some shit with Hov in the fourth quarter behind that?
I thought it was gonna be September because that's when the Hov joint made 25. Hard Knock Life 2. So I was thinking it's something gonna happen, but it didn't. But like I said, it's the end of the year, and it still would be in the premise of the the anniversary. I know it's not on August. But, you know, like I said, would you rather get a Honda for your birthday or get a Ferrari in Christmas? You get what I'm saying? what would you rather? So I think it's gonna be something. I think it's gonna be something tour wise. I don't know if it's gonna be music. A small part of me feel like Hov kind of is past music, but I'm looking forward to whatever he's got going on. I just don't know if it's gonna be music. That's the downside from him specifically.
What would it be that requires a spin back on Gail?
Anything requires a spin back on Gail.
Hey,
I mean, them girthy yams.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Older too, so you know they niggly.
And yeah, that's the thing about them. They not. She's a mature individual.
Yes.
So they dense. They ain't them soft. Them things are solid. Wow, you gotta give it a good slap. All right. So, so Sid,
yo,
man,
it's a bunch of niggas watching this show. They
slapped
understand.
yams in our lives. We know what we're talking about.
We love Miss LB. We love Amber Knight. We love
y'all.
We love
Leah May.
I'm sorry,
but get this work.
We love you.
Only you gotta apologize to Leah May because she like you, nigga.
Oh,
that's your bitch.
Leah May.
That's your first
Leah May,
one.
all caps like MF Doom. You're
Shout out
about Amber Knight.
Shout out to that gray sweatsuit.
I'm gonna need a link to like a Twitter profile or something.
Something, right? Salute
You
to
ever see
y'all.
Leah May on Instagram?
Leah, follow us, man.
She got the prison sweatsuit on IG, bro.
The gray.
Leah, you be talking too high. I'm gonna start flaming you on
prison
Instagram.
grays.
Jarvie TV is wildin', bro.
Come on,
State
bro.
grays, man.
What's your prison grays on, sis? Grays the new black? What's going on?
Leah May, we love you. We
State
love you.
grays.
You going crazy in the
We
chat
love you,
right now.
girl. We
You
do.
know what I
I'm
mean?
calling you
do.
inmate. You know what I
We
mean?
just trying to make you smile, girl.
Sin, is a whole rolling out, bro?
Yeah, of course he's rolling out, man.
Okay.
Like two. What was it? It was 2 interviews
Mm-hmm.
on CBS, and now he's doubling down on the
Prime
CBS prime time. He's rolling
Heavy.
something out. I'm pains me to say it, but maybe Jarv was right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
happens a
before
lot.
the year is up.
Is that a vein in your forehead? Tim?
That shit is pulsating.
Hey, yo.
Whoopsie.
What the fuck?
But maybe before the year is out and his birthday is coming around.
For good
And
measure,
his birthday
bro.
is coming around. You know what I mean? He might be dropping something on his birthday, and it might be maybe somehow in line with Hip Hop 50. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I mean
tour?
all right, man.
Great
all
tour
right.
was.
But the fact that he is spinning the block on CBS, and again, CBS is notoriously conservative.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to reach over there, and I know he's been over there before, but still, like it's not the usual move. You know what I mean? And so he's got to have something in the works. Maybe it's new music. I think part of me thinks that like the part of the interview where Gail asked him like, would you still be willing to like put out new music or make a new album? And he was like, maybe, but it's got to be important. I think maybe that was like a little, curveball. Like, you know what I mean, like a little diversion tactic. And he's gonna come back and be like, "Well, I said it had to be important, and it's gonna be
important.
This is important. Good call.
What that importance is, I don't know what it is. Maybe it is hip hop. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm sure he hears the rumblings.
I'm not quite holding my breath. You know what I mean?
You know, when he did the first interview, I was like, all right, you know, whatever. I don't know what it was for at the time. I think we questioned, like, what the fuck? Like, why you on CBS? Book a Hove. You didn't know about it. He didn't believe you. All right. Just so we could put everything on the table. We were concerned and confused about the history, the itinerary, what's going on, why you here. But the fact that a couple weeks after the whole interview dropped as a 2-part situation on the morning show, and then randomly this promo drops for November 14th in primetime, more Gail, and her name is in it now. Dude, I think it's Jay-Z and Gail or Gail and Jay-Z. I got to look it up. I don't remember. But I'm convinced that he's rolling out. But I don't know if it's an album. Do we have a Jay-Z greatest hits album? Does that exist?
Only in like right when the Black album retirement, they released like a whole.
But there's no
hits
official greatest
Nah,
hits.
definitely not.
I think based on what we know about him and what this year has been and semi-tone deaf, whatever, it wouldn't surprise me if this is the greatest hits album.
Boo, hit the button.
I'm just saying.
Tomato.
Only because at this point, all of Jay-Z's decisions have been head scratchers. And it's like, he would this year put out a 50th, if you got the Book of Hope and it's celebrating your career, right? Wouldn't a greatest album be the cherry on top?
Yo, what if it's like Jay-Z's 50 greatest songs?
Wow.
You better not, Sean.
Me.
Come on, bro.
Let's celebrate me.
Bro. That's crazy, bro.
I
And
am
my 50
hip-hop.
greatest songs.
So my black and white response is, yes, Jay-Z is rolling out. Do I think it's a complete new album? I'm going to go ahead and I'm willing to be wrong. I don't think it's a whole album. Maybe it is. Maybe Sin is right. Maybe it was a curveball. And the album, because going into the whitest network, with the biggest, because CBS statistically has the biggest audience base.
Yeah, they do.
What better way to announce a new project? But I don't believe it. I think this is the greatest hits album.
Do we feel any way about the offhand mentioning of him cutting his hair? We know Jay is the haircut guy. I'm either growing it out or cutting my hair for a new
I
album.
didn't think about that angle.
I actually, I thought about it, and then we didn't talk about it, so then I forgot about it. But now that you bring it back up, the moment he said that, I was like, oh, he's putting that out there in the space. He's gonna cut his hair and drop it out.
Like because those who know, right?
But the haircut was basically in motion for the album. It wasn't, I'm cutting my hair to drop an album. You know what I'm saying? So the album's
If
not
the
in motion
album
yet.
he was saying the album, he used to record, we into the Jay-Z lore now.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Deep
But
dive.
the thing is, he used to grow his hair out when he was recording, and then when it was about to drop, he would cut his hair.
You know what? He might be dropping. He might be dropping. And announcing on CBS, which pisses off our audience base. Because it speaks to everything that they don't like about Jay-Z. Instead of just giving niggas a date on social media, you go on Instagram and give us a movie trailer about a movie we don't give a fuck about. Then you go on a network we don't give a fuck about to announce your new album is coming on that 50th year of hip hop.
But on your birthday.
That's whole.
But on your birthday.
Nothing simple.
Is December 4th a Friday? Let me look it up. Let me open my calendar.
Oh shit!
I mean, if it's a Thursday, it's still a good.
December 4th is a Monday. Does he drop December 1st?
Didn't Nas drop Thursday?
All right. There's no real, like, Jay-Z is big enough to just be like, fuck the system and say, I'm gonna just drop it.
But he likes first week numbers.
Fuck.
There you go, Joe. I thought the
That
same
matters.
thing.
But
He want that
matters.
number one first week. Like, let's be honest.
If niggas
I
is
see what
good-
you're saying, no sin. Like, but
yeah,
don't know.
he probably wants to.
is there a
Probably.
new phone coming out?
Because
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
Bundles, huh?
I got
Wow,
You know how I
bro.
do.
That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
Mace.
That's what we
Evil. Evil.
Wow.
The fuck are you talking about?
Wow.
The fuck are you talking about?
To be
man,
fair, the
yeah.
iPhone 15 is already out. The Titanium is getting a lot of put. Maybe,
True.
well, no, he's not gonna do music with Apple. He can do business with Apple Music because he has Tidal.
Yeah.
No phone. Anyway, anyway,
Collab with Kendrick's phone.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Wow,
that's an angle.
come on, bro.
Yo,
Honestly,
Kendrick
fuck
phone.
So
y'all,
you can
bro.
stay off the internet.
Fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Now
He's
hope-
notoriously not on the
The
internet. so
Kendrick
it-
phone is a walkie-talkie, bro. Like,
It's a
What
soup
the
can with the
fuck?
strings, bro. Chill.
knock it off.
listen.
Yo, see, this is where I could be a fan of somebody and be like, yo, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
can make
What
fun.
the- That shit.
It's comedy.
What? Criticizing your face? What?
Heaven
Unheard
forbid.
of.
What?
And that's crazy because they kill me, but the minute I talk bad about Jay, they love me. Y'all can't have it both ways. Fuck that.
They
But
love
anyway,
when John throw Jay under the bus.
They
love
love
that
that shit.
man.
the Apartment 5B podcast posed a question on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure they cover it on their podcast. But we're gonna do
Yes, sir.
Salute to him.
Shouts to
Shouts to
Kills.
them.
salute to them. You know what I mean? You know,
Big names in the space.
I think you had blocked us at one point in the but
Hey,
salute to you. Never. Maybe it was a stray. Maybe we said something he didn't like. It happens.
sometimes
We
we
do
blocked
that.
by mistake.
We
you
do.
know,
Yeah,
you
man.
never
We
know.
rattle some feathers.
But hosted by Kill, Apartment 5B podcast posed the question:
Sir.
what are your top 5 favorite MCs? Not GOAT MCs. Dopest years. Example: 96 Nas, 95 Big, 87 Rakim, 87 KRS, 96 Hov. Peep, you know what I mean? And he said, peep the episode of my podcast, Apartment 5B, for our top 5 picks and some of our favorite MCs' dopest years. So make sure y'all tap into the Apartment 5B podcast
Fuck with
because
'em.
we're taking content from them. So at the same time, it's paid for by letting you run their subs up, run their views up, tap in with those guys.
Pull up on them.
Sincere Raps
Knowledgeable
Nabi,
fellas.
would you like to go first with
And
this?
women.
I can go first.
There you go. Your
Yeah,
top 5 favorite MCs and their dopest years.
Peak years talk.
Love
NBA
years.
NBA fans, you know we love
We
this.
love this shit.
So, so no Nas on this list
Mm-hmm.
because he's not really one of my favorites.
Wow.
You got me for a second.
I'm faking the
bro.
funk.
Well,
Wait a
who the
minute.
hell
Wait
is
a minute.
on the
You're
list?
going behind the scenes. You're not playing the role anymore.
Word to main source.
Hey,
We're
they found
faking
us
the-
out. You
faking
might as
the
well
funk,
drop
y'all.
the charade.
Wow. The jig is up.
I love the entire main source album except for Live at the Barbecue.
He's actually a Soldier Boy fan.
Wow.
Yo!
Bro. That's crazy.
He
bro.
actually loves Drake.
You know, if you catch Sin outside, he's listening to trap music.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Hey, you laughing.
That's
Don't catch Sin when that Cardi B
crazy.
come on.
What-
Word.
He
What's
gonna-
what's a boom bap? What even is that?
Primo sucks.
Sincere actually works for a record label. He signs all of these niggas. You know what I mean? I didn't want to expose that until tonight. You know what I
Industry
mean?
plant Sin.
Wow.
You don't know how deep this
That's
fakery goes.
crazy.
Sincere is the original industry plant. Wow. That's tough.
Yeah, man. That's me. All right. So Nas's best year.
Tough.
Straight to Nas, huh?
Gotta give
He
people
said
what they
Diddy
want.
stole my pick on the lunch hour. I ain't fucking around this
Yo,
time,
I
man.
dig it. I dig it.
Diddy
fact.
torpedoed that whole shit.
Yo. Game
Kanye
changer.
and Havoc, bro. I'm still
Game
mad
changer.
about that, bro.
Kanye the winner.
He missed the pre-show talk when Job talked about stealing Nas. You
Nah.
know what I mean?
I had a whole. I'll say, yo, if I get the first pick, I'm taking Nas off rip. Only for Diddy to get this nigga with the second pick. I thought you was gonna take Nas. Nigga took Pac.
I could have, you know what
It's
I
his
mean?
man's.
You know what I mean? Pac #1 pick. That look good, man.
It do.
Look, man. As much as I want to give Nas 1994, because obviously, you know what I mean. I'm gonna give him 96.
96.
That's it.
Interesting.
And because you have It Was Written, which is a classic in and of itself.
What?
know what I mean? To me,
I'm proud of you.
It's a bro. Don't do that. Because I've always called it a classic. I just said it's not the level of classic that Illmatic is.
All right, fine.
But it's still a classic. It's 5 mics for me. And his level of rhyming, his lyricism, his flows, all the different chambers that he went into, all the different bags that he went into. So he definitely leveled up lyrically and musically and sonically. But besides that, outside of the album, right? There was 2 songs that he also released that year that were not on the album. One of them, the Street Dreams remix with Robert.
Robert.
Which our old member notoriously hated that song. And we used to get on him all the time. Like, what the fuck are you talking? That song it's fucking amazing.
That's kind of wild.
Street Dreams remix.
Hate Street Dreams remix, but Young Thug is a genius.
Man, a story in 2 parts.
Never changed, Lang. Street Dreams remix with Robert goes crazy. Affirmative Action remix, and a lot of people don't bring that up because Affirmative Action on the album is what it is. Like, it's classic posse cut, classic mafioso, rhymes. But the Affirmative Action remix that went back and grabbed that the Marley Marl beat from the Juice Crew. I'm catching the blank. What was it called? Somebody.
Which one?
Marley Marl with the Juice Crew.
Oh shit, man! I feel like a big head.
Damn, Sin. Damn, Sin, you pulling a Didi right now.
And I smoke. I got the skills.
Moving on,
man. Moving on. Anyway,
chat, let us know.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody will fill that blank in.
Then he was also on the Symphony.
How we forget the
Whoa,
Symphony?
6 man of the year.
Hey.
Shouts to Google. He looked.
As he should. That's what it's there for.
As you should, brother.
The Symphony, man. Look, this is my second drink. So yeah, they grabbed the Symphony beat.
Second.
Affirmative Action remix, crazy. Give It Up Fast feature on Mobb Deep's Hell on Earth, crazy. And then he had the Foundless Freestyle series on the Clue tapes. You know what I mean? 96, monster year for that. So I got to give him 96. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Number 2, Biggie, 1997.
Oh, 995?
Life After Death.
That's a tough one.
Life After Death. 95.
It's the
95,
features that put 95.
See, 95 is the features. But 97, Life After Death double album, the greatest double album of all time. Argue with the squirrel outside your window. You know what I mean? Plus, Victory and the Benjamins on Puff's album, and Young G's. Can't forget Young G's. Crazy, 1997.
Okay.
Third, The Jigger Man. Yes, he is in my top 5.
What? That's a bad look, Sin. Dislike.
I'm gonna go
Sin is bought and paid for.
a little off the
Sellout.
a little off the beaten path.
I told you
here.
he was playing a role.
I'm gonna go a little off the beaten
payroll,
path here. I'm gonna go ahead and give him 1998.
Yo, unroll your beanie to show that paper plane's logo.
It's tattooed under there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him 98. I'm not gonna give him 97. I'm not gonna give him 2002. I'm gonna go with 98. And
it's underrated.
Shout out, Lo.
Now the reason I'm doing that is because look, we all know 1998 is when Jay-Z crossed over into the dark side. He dumped it down to double his dollars. You know what I mean? But still in all, he had songs like Pregame. He had Murdergram. He had Is Murder. He had the Blackout feature with DMX. So he was still on that gully shit, even though Hard Knock Life, was pretty glossy, pretty shiny. He was still, if you was paying attention, he was still putting out that gully shit. You know what I mean? So
Did Marcy to Hollywood drop that year? That's another banger,
might have.
I think that's 98 too.
Marcy to Hollywood, yeah,
That's another joint.
good shit.
You know what I mean?
So if you were paying attention to like Underground Hove, he was still putting out hot fire. Not to say that Hard Knock Life is not hot fire, but still, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna give him 98. The last two that are rounding out my top 5 favorite MCs, Ghostface and Common. Ghostface, I'm gonna give him the year 2000. Supreme Clientele. Come on.
I ain't mad at that.
You know what I mean? Like I could have gone with 96 for Iron Man, or 93 for his contributions into the Wu-Tang, or even 95 for his contributions for Cuban Links. But 2000 is when he stood 10 toes down on his own 2 feet. You know, he manned the whole album, pretty much the whole album, mostly on his own. It wasn't like a Wu-Tang collab production. Supreme Clientele, classic album. Ghostface gets, you know, the majority of the credit for that, so I'm giving him 2000. And then Common, I'm also giving him 2000 because that's the year he dropped Like Water for Chocolate. And lyrically, even though, you know, I love B from 2005, B was, it's a classic album, but it was more so of, you know, he was not as lyrically dexterous in 05 as he was in 2000.
Right.
And then he had the Kanye production. It was a match made in heaven. But when I think of like peak Common lyricism, that's 2000, unlike Water for Chocolate. And that was mostly done by the
Forgot
late
you
great
have
J. Dilla.
that you love Common.
So that's my year for Common, 2000.
Okay. Is that your 5?
That's my 5.
Do you need a balance? Tap in, bro.
Yo, so I want it to be a little different, you know, not too different, but a little different with this list.
Too different.
So I got Nas, 02.
Nice.
We got Lost Tapes and
Nice.
Godson. I don't really think I have to expound much more on that. 03 Hove,
Epic year.
03 Hove, Blueprint 2, which I loved, you know, Blueprint 2, and we got the
Say that
Black
too
Album
loud, man.
and the Black Album. You can't really lose.
Come on. That's Doc Carter mixtape as well.
9-4 Prodigy.
9-4?
Not yeah. Which was the infamous 9-4?
Five, 9-5,
9-5 Prodigy. Stand corrected. 9-5 P. The infamous. Literally walked, talked, strutted on that album beautifully. Like, not the most. Like P to me. Like when you think of MCs, there's like MCs that are just naturally gifted. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like P was just something different. P shit was just like from the mold. Like he really dug that shit up from the ground and found a gem with his flow. It shit is just different. 9-6 Pop. Do I really have to say more? All Eyes on Me.
Nah, I got you.
Maybe the second greatest double of album all time.
I'll give it that.
Greatest, depending on who you ask.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go a little different. And I'm gonna go 2015 Fuge. 25. Sin, don't look so sad, man.
That was on my list. Good.
Sin,
good
we
pick,
got
Dan. Good pick,
Beast
Dan.
Mode, 56 Nights, DS2, and What a Time to Be Alive in the
three-peat
same year, bro.
happened that year, right?
Like that's disgusting. Like that's
Don't do it.
incredible.
Said no, bro. Let him live, bro. What?
Should I let him live?
Don't do that,
Let him
Sin.
live,
Don't do that,
live.
Sin.
No, I'm
They
doing
say,
it. I'm
they
doing it.
Say what you want, bro. Exquisite music came out of that
Hidden
year,
Back,
man.
love that shit.
Exquisite
Listen,
music came out of that year.
Can I just tell y'all
Good pick, Dan. Fuck
how amazing that
Talk
felt?
about it.
Having that power.
One time, Jarvis Punch drunk off the power, nigga.
Yo,
The
Walt,
controller.
Walt, real quick.
Yo.
Could you need
Controller.
an extra aux cord so I could get my own soundboard?
Yo.
So I can battle with Jaw back and forth.
This is like
It'd be
this
Hayes
is
back
like
to
John
back.
Wick
Hey,
finding
hey.
the Punisher's AK-47. Like, yo, I like that. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
shit.
That was a great pick. Applaud Future. Fuck.
Applaud
Shout out to
Future.
y'all,
Legendary year, man. Fuck
Incredible
that.
year.
Good pick.
Is that your
man.
5?
That's my 5.
That's your 5, man.
Mesito, talk to me.
My 5, 9-6 Pac, just like you mentioned, D. All Eyes on Me
Can't
at the
lose.
top of the year in February. The Machiavelli 7-Day Theory towards the end of the year. Most of that shit, listen,
More
I know-
Machiavelli than All Eyes on Me.
Machiavelli
Machiavelli
is
is beautiful.
that shit. You know what I mean?
That's on me, got
Against All Odds, better than Hit 'Em Up. I can't be debated. Legendary year, you know, basically a lot of niggas think, you know, Pac's whole career was 96. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the greatest shit, you know, I fuck them
Run
whack ass
around like
beats
he
they put
Pac
them on.
is
you know?
96 Pac. That
Right.
whole phrase is tied to 96.
That whole phrase, man, you know, and he ain't even make it through the whole year. That's how wild
about it.
that year was. So 9-6 Pac for sure. Second pick is 15 Drake, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're reading this is too late.
Beautiful album.
What a time to be alive.
Fire.
You know what I mean? My boy had blessings with Wayne. I mean,
No, you feel
Do
away,
it.
yeah.
had to be done.
Yeah, it was on your list, wasn't it?
You know, my boy had
What?
blessings,
No.
which your boy Big Sean gave him his biggest hit. You should appreciate 2015 Drake.
I
Actually,
appreciate Big Sean and Kanye.
you know what I mean? Tuesday with Mackinnon, Job loved that.
Yeah,
He trying
it
to
was
front.
hard to escape.
You know what I
That
mean?
was
hard to
2012, wasn't it?
Nah, it was 2015.
No way,
bro.
bro. That was 2012.
going
Google it, man.
Wait,
Google
what
it.
do you-
Google
Talk
that.
Google
about
it.
that.
I
With
love
Mackinnon.
This is too late.
That was not 15, bro.
Mackinnon, yeah, bro. It was. Check
The
it out.
album probably dropped 2015, but that song was out in 2012,
Oh,
bro.
I'm
the song.
telling you.
I'm doing.
Chat,
Did
chat.
Dean, you doing your Googles?
Yeah.
The Meek Mill joint, the Rico joint,
Yeah.
you know, all of that, you know, all ended up happening. Shuffle Butter, like 2015,
I
Drake
just
was Drake at his peak,
hit
man.
the road.
Hotline Bling, you know what I mean? We dancing, you know, like, come on, bro. Like 2015 Drake,
Nah,
fuck all the bullshit,
Tuesday
man.
is really the best club song.
Tuesday's that
2014.
2014.
When it
All
dropped.
right.
But
I mean, it was ringing off in 2015.
they
right?
dig.
Copy.
And it's the end of the year when it dropped too.
Oh, I
September.
got it for you. Nah, Tuesday really got it, bro.
To this day.
2015
To
Drake,
this
job.
day, still
0
got it.
to 100. You feel me what I'm
Alright,
saying?
Still get a spot crazy.
Be
to
real
this
head.
day.
Alright.
Peak Drake, you know what I mean? The number 3 pick, 96 Prodigy. Listen, man, Hell on Earth Prodigy.
Yeah.
There's days where I feel like this is the best
Yeah.
rapper I've
Nighttime
ever
Vultures.
fucking heard in my life, bro. Like,
G.O.D.
listen, man, I named 9-6 Pac. If Pac would have lived through Hell on Earth, he kind of got him on there, bro. Like, listen, but 9-6 Prodigy, like,
Drop
I
a gem on it.
drop a gem on him. You feel what I'm saying? He
Godfather
sure
Part
did.
3.
They say Pac heard that before he passed because it was on the mixtapes as well. You know what I mean? So he was probably steaming, bro. Listen,
He
9-6
took
Prodigy.
that with him to the other side.
You feel me? Like 9-6 Prodigy. Rest in peace to Pac and Prodigy. Two
Peace.
legends, man. Number 4 pick, 07 Wayne, man. Like, let's knock it off. 77 features that year. Drought 3. The drought is over 3. The 07 was so good that niggas pretend like the Carter 3 is a classic.
Carter
for the
2 is
next year.
06,
You know what I'm
07.
saying? That's 05.
So
Yeah,
it was 03.
all of the
That's
shit
one
that
had
got
Lollipop?
leaked off of I Can't Feel My Face was off of 07. Like, the 07 was the Wayne year. You know, I always say that rap is like the NBA. Whatever you did last year is going to get you MVP votes this year. So that's how it was. The work that he put in 07, that's what got him that million the first
Yeah.
week on the Carter 3.
The
'cause
Lollipop.
It wasn't
album
Lollipop,
was
bro. I'm gonna
crazy.
be honest.
That album would just rang off. I hated that album, but it rang off so crazy.
We're going to talk about fans of artists lying about, you know, classics.
That's
you know,
a topic.
one day we're going to talk about that. You know what I mean? Because I'm a Wayne fan.
Great
Carter 3
conversation.
But
Definitely.
07 Wayne, man. Fuck all that. Fuck all the bullshit. The 5th pick is tough. You mentioned, you know, I was going to give 15 Future a run just because, you know, I didn't think he was going to make it. So, shouts to you for mentioning 15 Future. You know, we done had some Biggie talk. We done had some Nas talk. 5th year, I'm going to go 2010 Kanye, man.
I'm shocked.
2010 Kanye, My Dark Twisted Fantasy, Good Friday Times. You know what I mean? Basically, you know, engineering, all type of shit.
Shout out World Star Hip Hop.
Shouts to World
I'm
Star
shocked,
Hip-Hop.
Mace. I swore you
Yeah,
would have had
man.
some.
World Star had
50
all
would've
them
been
Good
somewhere in
Friday
there.
I was
I
close,
swore, I
but
swore I'd put money.
Listen,
50.
0350 was tough, but 2010 Kanye was that.
I mean, that's a monster. One of the greatest
Come
albums of all
on,
time.
Of all time. The peak Kanye year, and to me, Kanye is like top 3 artists in rap history.
Yeah.
So I gotta
Fact.
put his peak at the top, man.
If I respected, I mean, respect might be like, but if I respected Kanye as an MC lyricist, the way I respect my top 5, that 2010 would
Hell
be
of a year.
the
No question.
Hell of a year.
Crazy.
That's my 5, though.
I like that.
Javi.
All right, so let's let you know, again, if you're a true supporter of the Rap Roundtable, my first pick should be no surprise. Hey, 2002, Jay-Z,
Jigger man.
fresh in the midst of the greatest rap beef ever. You could say Biggie and Pac, but if we just talking about bars and none of the extra shenanigans, it's Hov and Nas.
The
Two-
Biggie and Pac shit was really just one side. That was Pac.
Yeah,
On wax, yeah.
yeah.
Because them, you know, Keefy did, you know.
I know Blueprint 2 isn't loved by many, but I'm so far ahead of my time. I'm about to start another life. Look behind you. I'm about to pass you twice. Back to the Future gotta slow up for my present. I'm fast. Niggas can't get past my past. How you propose to deal with my perfect present when I unwrap the gift and the curse in one session?
He was
Talk
talking.
about it.
He was talking.
Bro,
Job's not even to recite your bars.
I'm
type
not
of
that
nigga.
guy.
That's
I'm
not even
never
Job,
that guy. But Blueprint 2 Hove, bar for bar, low, I'm sorry. I know you said 97 Hove, but 02, if you just talking about bars, what we talking about? The nigga was on another level. Don't you know? We said, what was the joint with Don't You Know? Says something about I keep 2/5. They call me Gemini, but my birthday is one day before December 5. Like that guy in 2002, bro.
That's kind of crazy.
Yo,
Different.
son.
Now, my shit was show you how.
Yeah.
I was in high school,
The Avisos.
Canarsie High School. Shout out to the Floss. Niggas was in the hallway yelling, "I'll show you how to do this, son. This ain't diesel. This is a Vizu.
I paid $300
Top
for those.
is rock.
You know the rest.
A
A
big
whole
butter
bucket
from
of
Frozen water on my chest. Bro,
He was talking.
if you
Put a
cut,
little in the baggie, put a little in the purse, bro.
if you cut through all the noise of the beef, and you just be a fan of music. 2002 Jay-Z,
Monstrous.
Hove never slacking, man. Nigga,
Zipping in the
one of
black
the greatest
range.
feature verses ever.
Yo, don't start the verse if you ain't gonna finish it, dog.
Ever.
Get me hype.
That Move Keys bar is underrated.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Call me the piano, man.
Was it weed? What was the other?
Jeez. Dope, man. Damn.
All the drugs.
Weed,
Now
crack.
we're all drunk. We can't remember shit.
What I'm saying is,
Oh, man.
that guy in 2002 is why we looked at the Black Album. Holy shit, he retiring? The fuck? What are you doing, guy?
Started that.
Say what you
crazy,
want to
too.
say, but 2002 Hove is it. Yeah, I know how I feel about Prodigy. I came in here fully planning to pick 95p. Then this guy, Dini, over here beat me to it. So just for the sake of balance, I'm going to go 99p.
Okay.
Because I break bread.
Okay.
Real.
Thug music.
$100 bills. Keep It Thorough is one of the greatest songs of all time. HNIC, as time goes along, is one of the most underrated solos of all time. Prodigy is one of the most underrated ghosts of all time.
Where the music was 99, right? So that goes under the belt, too.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. But when you look at P, bro, I don't know why we underrate him. Maybe because he didn't like sell big records in a time when everybody was moving big numbers.
Right.
But that guy is something else.
Problematic with it, man.
And he was believable.
I think for some people out there, he's too New York. You know what I mean?
What
Is that
what
why
that?
he made
What
like
does that
all of our
mean?
lists?
That's a beautiful thing.
You know what I mean? It's
does
like
that
it's like
mean?
there's
Beautiful
New York,
thing from the
there's
city.
New York, but then there's New York.
You
and
right.
like
You
know,
right.
P,
Dirty
P
New
is
Yorkers, nigga. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
You
a
know what I
record.
All right, fine. This is not GOATs. This is favorites. Let's be clear.
Right.
Schoolboy Q is one of my favorites. 2014 Schoolboy Q. Oxymoron era, Hands on the Wheel. I like when I say like this, it's a rare time in modern rap where like I hear an artist and I immediately fall in love with that artist. Schoolboy Q. I'll never forget it. I got my whip. I got the Maxima, 2012 Maxima with the sports package. And the shit came with like satellite radio, like free. For like the first like 3 months, 90 days of free satellite radio. And I heard Hands on the Wheels with ASAP Rocky. I'm like, who is this guy? Life for me is just weed and brew.
Jov hit my line after that. I had a newborn baby.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know when I like something, I go crazy. You know what I mean?
Jov hit my line for Hands
I
on
said,
the Wheel.
Schoolboy Q was better than Kendrick. Immediately.
Free smoke.
You want the boost? There you go. There you go. I took it to Facebook even. Schoolboy Q was better than. All right. So 2014, that era, the gangster crip talk, the lyricism, the like some niggas, they lean from region to region, even if they're from a specific region. Schoolboy found that sweet spot between being a Cali nigga who's inspired by the East Coast niggas.
Right.
But to me, he wasn't cosplaying as an East Coast nigga. He was clearly a Cali nigga
Facts.
with an East Coast cadence, and I wasn't mad at that. know what I'm saying? I love Schoolboy Q as one of my favorites. Yes, put him on the board. Pusha T, 2018.
There you go.
Daytona.
Pusha T had a lot of great years. Good music era Pusha T. From the time he signed, you could kind of close your eyes and just pick a year. Because once he signed with Ye, that guy, something else. I remember when was it My God when that shit first dropped, and that was that. To me, the tape didn't live up to it, but he was in the midst of one of the greatest beefs that we don't talk about. It's crazy how Drake inherited Wayne's problem, but that was really Wayne's problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There was some great joints on that tape though.
Bro.
Lord in Vegas was on that.
As heads, the heads, when he signed with Ye and that project dropped, we were all on that shit.
Yeah,
if we had a podcast back then, we would have did a reaction for that project. That's how hype it was for it.
Yeah.
But Daytona,
Chef's kiss.
if you want an example of what it means to say no bars were missed, no prequel bars, no layovers, it's Daytona, hands down.
Short and sweet.
And now, do you need a balance? You stole another one of my picks.
Shit.
Yeah,
But I'm not changing it. 2015 Future.
talk about it, Javi.
2015.
Tell Sin.
Because you know what? I didn't know that I had a kindred spirit with Dini. I remember hearing trap niggas against satellite radio. Because I was one of them real staunch New York niggas. You know what I'm saying? And like Tony Montana, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? But when I heard time's still hard, but a nigga still getting it, I'm like, what? What the fuck is this? I heard trap niggas 3 months before he went viral on satellite radio. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Heard it early too.
When you grab your strap, and even before that, it was fuck up some comments.
Yeah.
Man.
Because we gotta tell the truth. Fuck up some comments was on satellite before trap, but that 2-piece right there was like, this is what Future is this? Who is this guy? This is not the nigga doing the abusing the auto-tune shit.
Nigga was talking, bro.
DS2. All right, I'm gonna put it on 2015 Future, right? But I'm gonna put it on wax. I don't care. Kenny Mac, I don't care. DS2 in a few more years, alongside Evil as a back-to-back, it's gonna be remembered as one of the greatest follow-ups to a classic, because Evil is not talked about enough.
Got some hits on it though.
Sorry, Sam. Evil.
You saw I poured another drink.
I know.
I'm gonna be here for a while.
Lil
Get the wax
Haiti.
poetic about Future a lot, you know?
Hold on, Sin.
Drink number 3. Watch out.
Lil Haiti. It ain't no time.
Ain't no time.
If you get past your New York bias and you try to give Future a chance, he was so fire that he got on the record with Hov. I Got the Keys happen because Future made that happen. Future being as hot as he was made that happen. I'm sorry, son.
Drop on the top on the Mailbag.
Come on. Bro.
Everywhere,
I
bro.
understand.
Going
it.
back
It
to
made
DS2.
sense.
Everywhere, bro.
Real Sisters. Have you ever listened to Real Sisters?
They was real
Yes.
sisters. Yeah, man.
I don't know
Sin.
what the fuck that is.
Sin. You missing out, Sin.
Oh, that's your best friend? Come on, Sin. See, Sin don't get it.
What's that thing?
And you like, as a matter of fact, I can't even say that. We got to move on, but that's my 5.
and what a time. What a time as well.
Yeah,
Definitely, man.
there's a reason why Drake got next to him.
Percocet stripper joint and all
There you
that.
go.
Come on, man.
Shout out to Walt with the 6
Walt,
man.
what
you got
Walt,
for us,
what we
Walt?
got, Walt?
Got 98 DMX.
Yeah.
Back to back.
I was going to ask, is there
Okay.
one person that everybody left off that you wanted to throw in?
There you go.
That's an automatic.
98X?
There you
Yeah,
go.
X is crazy.
So
Two
word.
back-to-back albums, great albums. Got a classic.
98X. Yeah.
Walt with a great pick.
There you go, the 6 man of the year.
Yes,
Walt
sir.
the Great.
Benny the Butcher's album, Everybody Can't Go, has been pushed back. Apparently, Benny can't go either. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Damn it, man.
So
Yo, off
It's-
the top rope,
the
man.
news
Bow.
is out that he's dropping first quarter 2024. At the top of 2023, we were told that we were getting Everybody Can't Go in the fourth quarter of 2023. The Big Dog single drop. It was a little bit of a dud. The question I have to ask now is Benny toast or is this a Def Jam issue? Sincere.
Combination. Combination.
Damn it.
You know what? Because I'm a fan of Benny and Griselda, and I'm gonna, you know what I mean, cut them a little bit of slack, provide a little bit of grace. I'm gonna throw a little bit more of the blame on Def Jam. You know what I mean? The whole reason that you join a Def Jam, if you're a Benny, you know what I mean, and you're like, I mean, I don't know how some people might take this term, but like, you're a diamond in the rough. You know what I mean? You got talent, like you have the potential. You need somebody, you know, or some entity to mold it, right? To apply the pressure and get that diamond out, and have it shine like it's supposed to. What do you mean? Come on, man.
Carry on.
I got biased though. It did get biased.
It was getting very shaky.
I don't understand what. Anyway, so there's somebody who at Def Jam whose job it is, or at least that. And again, like now, I'm coming from an era where this is what labels were supposed to do. They were supposed to get somebody to get next to the artist and be like, hey, you got to make this kind of record. We're gonna get this person to sing on your hook. We're gonna get this person to make a beat for you. Here's a record that's already made with beat, hook, beat. You just got to drop the verses in.
And like, if you're lucky, you get a bridge.
You know what I
Y'all
mean?
used to do that once upon a time.
Yeah, I did.
But it doesn't seem like the labels are doing that anymore. And like for a while, I've been wondering what the fuck is, not just me, like a lot of people, what the fuck is a label anymore? What is the purpose of a label if they're not gonna, like get you to that next level or put the building blocks together to get you to that level where you feel like you should be at and where the label is supposed to catapult you to. So I feel like that's the situation that's going on with Benny. Obviously, Benny has come up in the underground, overground with Griselda, and he's exhibited a lot of potential. And he out of the whole crew, we've talked about it extensively here. He's the one that we could see, breaking through to that next tier. But somebody at Def Jam has to point him in the right direction, and it doesn't feel like that's what's happening here. You know what I mean? Like, I hear the record, I'm like, maybe somebody put him in contact with Lil Wayne, but that's about all they did, because the beat was made by Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Alchemist he already had the relationship with Alchemist. Like, they didn't get anybody to help him with the hook, obviously, because that hook, Lord Christ, that hook.
Big dog.
Bro.
Where's Fat Joe?
What the fuck?
What was that, bro? That hook was terrible.
And shouts to Ease, because I saw a clip.
Shouts to Ease.
Shout out to Ease.
That's the
Yo,
homie
Ease.
right there, man.
I saw a clip of him talking about it on YouTube. And he said, hey, look, maybe you should have had just Lil Wayne do the hook. And you just worried about the verses. You know what I mean? That might have made a difference. I don't know. But somebody over there is not making good decisions. Like, this is one of those situations in which I feel like Benny might have been able to do better on his own than what Def Jam is doing for him. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put this on Def Jam.
Sheesh, Mace.
I don't think those phrases are mutually exclusive. Is Benny toast? On a mainstream level, he might be. I think Benny kind of saw him. I don't think Benny ever saw himself as like, the Jay-Z, the Drake of the game. You know what I'm saying? But I do think Benny saw himself as having possibly the same spot that maybe a Ross has, that maybe a Pusha T has in the game. You know what I'm saying? And listen, man, these have been bad decision after bad decision. First off, the nigga that signed you to Def Jam left. You know what I'm saying? That's first.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Snoop signed him to Def Jam. That was the Snoop deal. You know what I mean?
Had a sleepover at Def Jam. He was barely there.
That was like the singular thing he did. Like,
the
signed Benny.
biggest weed head in the world.
I seen Snoop rocking the Gangstar the other day. Let me find out, Snoop. You got some New York bias, my nigga. But
New York Bias
listen,
3 is on the way.
on the way. So listen, man, like Def Jam is handling this almost comically, like that whole Halloween post about Benny, where it was like,
Crazy.
Benny's on the way, and it was like the butcher is coming. I'm like, and it was like a fake. They didn't even make real costumes. If they made real costumes, maybe it'd have been some fly shit. Like, there's no mention of Benny anywhere on the IG page of Def Jam. They had him in the stories. They might have him if he does something. He's nowhere on the Def Jam IG page. On Twitter, the only mention of him was there was like a fake Halloween costume on Halloween. They're like as the butcher. You know what I mean? Like a joke shit.
And you know what's crazy? I love that Halloween costume meme.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a sucker for it. You put anything on that shit, I'm a sucker. I'm going to laugh at it. I'm going to think it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
For them to fucking fumble the Halloween meme,
Crazy.
the minute I saw it, I'm like, hit the drop.
Niggas fumbled the Halloween. Sin had the deadpan at that fucking.
Matter of fact, we haven't used this one in a while, bro.
What you got, Joe?
Like, who is this guy?
Where
Where
the
did he
Def
come
Jam?
from? And why do we fucking keep acting like he's somebody that we need to fuck with? Get rid of this guy.
Not you, Benny. Def Jam, the Def Jam CEO, whoever he is. So yeah, man. Like, listen. I don't want to say Benny's toast. That seemed like such, such finality. You know what I mean? But listen, I don't think there's been one good move. I don't want to say it's his camp. I don't want to say it's Def Jam. Whatever, since this Def Jam signing, post Tenet Talk 4, there haven't been nothing. It's been a bunch of BSF releases that people have not been paying attention to. I'm not going to say it's bad music. There's been a lot of heads that have sent me shit from there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the quality lacks, but I'm just saying Benny's always had quality. He wants, he wants the light. He wants to shine. He wants the notoriety. He wants the respect. And since he's moved to Def Jam, it's been one fumble after another. And at this point, with this single, with that meme, with this lack of buzz, if you want me to be honest with you,
Hook. Let's not forget the hook.
that hook. And I don't want it to sound, because Benny, like, if you're watching right now, like, fast forward, rewind like a year, bro. You're all of our favorite nigga, or for Griselda, bro. But we gotta be honest about the moves. You know what I mean? And it's not only been bad, but it's looked bad as well. You know what I'm saying? And we know when shit looks bad, that makes it even worse. Dean, what you got for me though, bro? How you feeling about this shit?
So I look at it like this, bro. It's a rollout, you know what I'm saying, for an album, right? Now, if you're a record label and you're watching this whole thing transpire before your very eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you thinking? And let's keep it a beat. Let's take the, you know what I'm saying, I love Benny part out of it. You get what I'm saying? Let's take that part out. What you're looking at as is a single with the vibe, you know what I'm saying? That's not vibey though. You get let's keep it a beam. Let's keep it a beam. A single with a vibe that's not vibey, who the free world's essentially arguing that the other guy pretty much cooked you on your track. You know what I'm saying? That's not rollout material, bro. You can't build a rollout off of that. Yeah. You have to push the album back and try to do something else within that time to try to re-engage the fans. Like, this
is the second time on Beats.
That's not a good look. And then we have to ask.
He on 3.
And then you have to ask too. Like, look at all the artists we've seen that blew up on Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Def Jam has had a great record of promoting the street nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I hate Benny's not exactly the most marketable nigga. You get what I'm saying? Because who are we marketing Benny to? You know what I'm saying? Like DMX. Even if you take DMX, you marketed him to the street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like DMX, the niggas who, the dirty niggas were still listening to DMX. The clean niggas, like, he was just everything. I just don't know if Benny's the everyman like a DMX was, like a Jay-Z was, you know what I'm saying, to fit in those racks to get where he's trying to go.
I'll push back on that because I think he is, but I just don't think that market is as big as it was.
It's not.
Time.
That's what I'm saying. The street nigga, even the street nigga today is kind of clean and pretty. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You get what I'm saying? They
it out, you heard?
Got to.
Can't scare the hoes.
Can't scare the hoes. So and I love Benny, but Benny's kind of like, if you kind of had a picture of scared of hoes, you know what I'm saying, in the dictionary, he might be one of the people in there. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, bruh.
So what do you want him to do? What
musically,
but
musically, you mean?
Or maybe image-wise, like, but
what he's been doing
Button-ups?
to me, that's not.
Like
That's what I'm saying. That's not his shtick.
03?
I feel like we could do that more with like a West Side than we can with a Benny. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we could clean up a Conway faster. We could clean up a Benny. Something about Benny. You get what I'm saying? Benny.
Bro, you're calling Benny a dirty nigga.
I'm not.
Calling them
I'm not-
swagless
I'm not.
too.
I'm not.
if you
Nah,
wanna
Benny,
be
I'm not even.
honest.
I'm not even. I'm just. Who do we market him to? You get what I'm saying? Like, you know how you market niggas to the bitches? Benny's not exactly nigga you market to the bitches. I'm talking crazy.
Yeah, you not.
Yeah.
But it's flagrant.
It's
We might
is-
need to censor.
Is this
Nah, but this-
Patreon talk?
But this
Dini?
is coming out of love because I want to see my
cook,
nigga win.
cook, Deanie, cook. We'll worry about the censoring.
You know
later.
what I'm saying? I want to
Just
see
cook.
my nigga win, but I just know like
I don't know if I'm censoring that.
yo, you know what I'm saying? Like even
just gonna go down together.
West is a street nigga, but pause. West still know how to get jiggy. You know what I'm saying? West
Right,
know how to.
right. Fly nigga.
He know
West
how to
is a
play the
fly
crowd. He
nigga,
gonna
man.
pull up in the Celine with the fucking ponytail. Benny ain't doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a pair of white ups, some jeans, and a hoodie, and that's just not what's gonna cut it nowadays. You standing next to Lil Wayne wearing ponchos and shit. You gotta do shit to incite the crowd, my nigga. Like I'm just keeping it a rack.
Dini keeping it a bug right now.
It's not working. It's just not working, bro. And they gotta. I don't want them to go back and flip the whole shit, but maybe we see what worked for them niggas in the past. You know what I'm saying? The Griselda, that imprint. So they're trying to kind of up it and change it. If that nigga's not up for that kind of task, the way like a West Side is, you know what I'm saying? It just might not work with Benny specifically. You know what I'm saying? He's the rapper. He's not the pretty nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's not the vibey nigga. So he's got to do something different. And putting him next to Lil Wayne, who essentially can be the essential vibey nigga, say what you want about him. He know how to make a record and get the people jumping. It just don't work well together, bro. Like, I feel like he really got cooked on that record, bro.
So
And
he
that-
got
Dini
cooked on the
cooking.
record.
That was
He
not
don't
cool
got
with
no
me.
swag. He's scared of hoes. Damn, Dini.
I love you, Benny, man. But this shit just ain't working. I love Stephen A. Smith. You my brother.
We opened this episode letting y'all know the Rap Roundtable
That just-
shows love in a completely different way than y'all used to. You
Yo,
know what I mean?
it
Dini
just-
just personified
So
that.
let me, and I'll take it a step further. Let me explain to you, Mr. Butcher, that what Dini said is not slander.
I'm not hating.
In fact, what Dini he intimated right there and he shared was concern.
Yeah.
And he laid out
Bingo.
why he's concerned. So don't call us critics trying to be Stephen A. Smith. What he's pointing out is a high level of concern based on decisions you or the label or you and the label have made. But I'm
Don't
gonna
call
take
us Stephen A. Smith, Benny. All our hairlines is intact.
facts. Facts. I was gonna be problematic, but I'm gonna chill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Nah, don't, please.
You know, I can't even say that word anymore because, apparently I didn't say, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit. It's owned somewhere else.
Word, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because y'all y'all in the chat be fiending too. I can't say shit. Y'all be telling on me. Fuck. Then it goes on his show and say, oh, Charles said he said it first.
Yeah.
I did say it first, but it wasn't meant to be combative.
Niggas is wicked.
Nevertheless, I'm with Dini on this
Uh-oh.
because not only is the appearance a bit of a struggle, because it's like, all right, he grew his hair out,
Right?
but your hairline, nigga, you called nigga Stephen A. Butch. You opened the fucking door. I'm merely walking through it. You called niggas Stephen A. Smith when your hairline left. You grew your hair out and got braids and a Fu Manchu, bro. Like, come on, son. How are we marketing that? You were better off shaving the hair off, growing a goatee out, letting a little just having a baldy with the goatee. That was it. That's all you needed, Butch.
Stick with some good hats.
He's
You would have
very
killed the
attached to the
game.
mund chops too, man.
Come on. So for you to
man,
call
we talking
people
about the
Stephen A.
chop.
Smith when your hairline left a while ago. Disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. The karma's beating your ass. In fact, I'm just saying, the karma's beating your ass. And as a fan of Benny the Butcher, especially coming out of Burden of Proof, I think I came on this pod and I said, he is him. He's the next one. He's gonna carry the baton. You signed the Def Jam. You say it's the biggest thing since DMX, all that other shit. What's going on, Benny? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna put on the label, but I feel like you signed there. Is there a disconnect with him and Wes? Because I think Wes is not involved in this Def
No,
Jam process.
definitely not.
He can't be
Definitely not.
because the music is a little like Big Dog is your first single.
That's not something West Side would have sanctioned, bro.
Not at all.
I don't know. Maybe the new West.
Nah.
Maybe, and they pray for me, bro.
West would have had this album out already. The fact that it's getting pushed back
Right.
again, I'm concerned. You put out these weird tweets. He put out a tweet where it was homie was doing the fit check, and when I checked it, it was out for like 16 hours. I only had 200 likes on the tweet. I'm like, nigga, this is not jacking you, Butch. You calling yourself Butchie? I don't think that's a good idea, Butchie. I don't think so. Benny's fine. Butchie? Not so much.
Is this Malcolm X, bro?
Yo.
What the fuck?
What I'm saying is,
Niggas want to see him shine, bro. We just pointing
No,
out things
let's
we
be
feel like
clear.
can be fixed to shine. You know
let's
what
be
I'm
clear. What I'm saying to you, Benny, is once you decide to play the major label game, remember we're a proponent of playing the game. We talked about it on the rap roundtable. As artists, rappers, you have to play the game. You
It's me
sign
without
up.
glasses, John.
Yeah, here you go. Once you sign that contract, major label, you got your advance, whatever that number is, you got to play the game. Calling yourself Butchie, putting out singles like that. Yeah, push the album back. Something ain't adding up here. The math ain't mathing, and I'm concerned. But the fact that the album did get pushed back shows me that there's people in that room who are aware that he's cold right now, and they need something to heat it up. Because Big Dog,
It's not doing
I
it.
like the visual. I like the teaser with the dog running in slow. I liked everything about it except the hook. Because I listened to Big Dog again, I'm like, this song is like Benny got off. He rapped. To say that Wayne killed him is a stretch. In fact, I'm willing to shoot that bill. Wayne didn't kill him. Wayne did better. It's not what happened with Cole. Wayne did better, but Butch did his thing too.
It wasn't a
But the
Cole
Big Dog. Head like a head.
We don't need it.
like,
We remember it.
Bro. Shave your head or go back to a light Caesar. Get rid of the fucking mutton chops. Get you a little goatee. Stop calling yourself Butchie and get a record.
But the thing is, even if we like the record, because I've spun it a couple times, like it's still not like a lead single
No, it's not.
No.
record.
They might
Not.
slap in the album.
And I said it in our segment a couple videos ago, I think the live, and I'll say it again, and I'm gonna say it again, also with the added idea that I feel like there's in the space there people are looking for something new. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we're at a crossroads in the game where like a lot of people are feeling like everything's been done and they're looking for something new or maybe something that they haven't heard in a while. And I think I'm speaking for me, but I think some other people out there might also appreciate this. We give us a give us a record with like triumphant horns, fucking violins, fucking like orchestral,
live drums.
live
Phenomenal
drums. Give us something that feels like victory. You know what I mean? Give us something that feels like, just something triumphant, something big, something that makes a statement. Like the way I look at Benny, I'm like, yo, this is the guy. This is the guy that's going to break through from the underground space into the overground, into the mainstream, and carry it with him. You need to make that kind of statement. Like, I'm here. I'm planting my flag, and this is my spot now. You know what I mean? Like something that we talked about, occupying the same space as like a Rick Ross. Reach back to like those old Rick Ross records with Justice League and how triumphant and orchestral and big they
Mailbag
used to
music
feel.
type joints.
Bro, do something like that. Yo, if I heard Benny on like some type of Mailbag music type of vibe, like
Rapper
I'd be-
Estates. I've been telling
Bro,
y'all the
I'd be
whole
so
time.
here for it,
Get a
man.
John Legend hook somewhere in there.
Yo, I mean, maybe not John Legend today, but like somebody like John Legend.
Yo,
See
real
what
talk.
Frank Ocean is doing it. Empty the
Giveon,
fucking
man.
budget.
Giveon.
That's who you
Some
need.
Brent Fires or
or
something?
the Friday nigga
Yeah.
that
Brent
be,
Fires, Benny the
Brent
Butcher on the
Fires.
fucking Justice League beat.
Yeah,
Monsters,
man.
man.
Do
That's
something
what
with
you
that.
need.
With
Benny.
Big Dog.
But I feel
Not
like
it.
this Big Dog record was just trying to retread steps that have been tread over and over and over again, and we're like, we've heard this already.
And Big Dog's not even as good as what he did with Two. Like Plug Talk with 2 Chainz was fire.
Yeah.
Like this is not that. This Big Dog is not as good as anything on Burden of Proof. Like, what are you doing, Benny?
It just reeks of like try hard. Like
The labels don't help you like they used to nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You got to come
That's
in
what I'm
already
saying.
To
equipped.
Quinn's point, what's the point of a label?
Yeah.
What is it for?
They used to help you build up the persona. Now you
mean,
got to kind of walk in the door already established.
I'd
with
argue that the internet is the only label that matters in there. And, I mean, like, how can you? Are you mastering the internet? Are you interneting okay? Do you know how to get your reach up there? What the fuck is the label for?
then that means you got to know how to do that shit yourself.
Somebody
Essentially.
introduced Benny to Don Tolliver ASAP.
Talk
my nigga.
about
You know what I
it.
mean?
The
Like,
low key MVP of that Metro Boomin album.
Yeah.
come on, man, please.
Shit. All right, let's move on, fellas. I had a segment about gangster rap, but we'll save that for the live. We're on a bit of a time, you know what I mean, restriction. But D1, this dude, this dreadlocked individual out of New Orleans,
Yes.
it's been going viral. This kind of falls in line with what we talked about with Tierra Whack and Simba, as far as you don't want to give niggas too much light because that's what they want. But at the same time, they're making enough noise to where you kind of have to talk about them. Tierra said some shit about Nas, Simba co-signed. When it comes to D1, he talked about Rose, Meek, violent lyricism, even Jim Jones.
Jimmy, yeah.
You know what I mean? So Mesito, I know you said you kind of had this tied into your segment, so I figured it only makes sense for you to bat lead off here.
D1. He's been in the news recently because, just like you mentioned, Job, he had a little, the shit about the Jim Jones and the Meek Mill and the Rick Ross. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he's not completely incorrect.
Okay.
We gotta be honest here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does look crazy when people want the community to move forward, and they, we not talking about 20-year-old cats here. We're not talking about 25-year-old cats. Meek Mill is 35. Jim Jones is 40 plus. Ross might be almost 50. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't entirely offended by the way he came at dudes. Like, I get it, y'all. Like the Hotep appearance, the hug the trees bars. You know what I mean? Like
Ross is 47.
you know what I mean? Almost 50. There we
Is
go.
the couple
You know
like
what I mean?
48?
I don't know. I don't know if he's
Check
that
the
close to
video
Jay.
tape.
You know what I mean? I think Capo like early 40s type time.
No way.
No way, bro.
No way.
No, Jim Jones is not
Jim
early.
Jones got to be more mid to late
bro.
40s,
Capo's
bro.
touching 50, bro. He close.
But what he said about all of them is, listen, he got into the fact
Also
that
47.
Yeah.
47. God damn, that means I'm old. God damn
Yeah.
it.
What do you
know
think
what I
we
mean?
are, bro? Shit.
I'm only 2 years off from that.
Yeah, I mean,
The fuck are you talking
Nigga was
about?
old as hell on that Let Me Know video, bro. That Cam video.
Listen,
that black ain't cracking though.
it just bring me back to the days of niggas making fun of Jay-Z for rapping at 40. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look at us now, right?
Look at us
What
now.
he said, 40's the new 20 or 30's the new 20? What was
30
it?
is new 20.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Gabe said you 30, you 45 and you still rapping. Remember that? Remember that,
I think
JC
he said 36.
Right, you 36 and you still rapping.
I wish I was.
Here we go.
That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Game,
So,
why you still rapping?
that $7 million he owed to that lady he lost that case to.
Yeah.
But listen, D1, he didn't. I've gotten into this in an industry segment. He's right. People gonna look at you crazy if you rap about something. Nah, Cookson, we can get into the discussion. Nah, let me
Let's
hear
get
it.
into the
Let me hear it.
discourse.
Word.
Right, hashtag.
Yeah, we childish, bro. We are so childish, B. That's the shit. Y'all gotta watch what y'all do with us, because we're also very childish, B.
Sin, I also like this
we
hashtag.
are gonna
sounds
put that
good,
on
by
a
the way.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Discourse.
You planted that seed. Pause it back.
But
Nah.
D1 in general.
Yeah, D1, and what he's saying, like, and you said like that he's right, and that people are gonna look crazy when you're like 40 plus and still rhyming about the same content, the same, on the block, drug dealing, shenanigans.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think the majority of people care because I feel like that's what they know from that person, and they're just so kind of programmed, a little desensitized to it at some point, where it's like, oh yeah, that's just Rick Ross being Rick Ross. Like that's his persona, that's what he does. Like they would look at Rick Ross more crazy if he started robbing some D1 shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I don't think people will look at him crazy, but I do think D1 does have a bit of a point. The thing that bothers me though is, you know, the messenger of the point, because I mean he's basically a Christian rapper. You know what I mean? He's a Bible thumper. And I don't want to get too
bro.
deep
That's
into
crazy,
this,
bro.
But like, because you know, like I don't want to get demonetized. I don't want to get censored.
Yeah. We got bills, yo.
Yo, Jar will censor me in a second.
I'm waiting to hear what you're gonna say.
But here's my thing. There's a lot of issues here. There's a lot of things, a lot of layers, a lot of things to unpack. But the one thing that I want to focus on is he was in an interview saying that before he is pro-black, he is pro-God. You know what I mean? Because he was saying that like
I didn't hear that. Since.
Yeah, he was saying that like because they were asking him about like his views and whatever, and he was saying that like, you know, hip hop and black culture and ratchet culture opens up too many doors for, you know, ratchetness, and like in the name of blackness, like we should allow people to, you know, be their ratchet self or whatever. So his response was saying that like before he's pro-black, because he's against the ratchetness, before he's pro-black, that he is pro-God. And he references the Bible a lot, and he's always like, in the Bible it says, and I'm like, is this the same Bible that now? Is this the same Bible that's not over here? Because
sin going there.
Because like
we might have to cut this segment.
Because I'm just
chop.
I'm just saying like you're saying you're before you're pro-black, you're pro-God. These people have been pro-God also. You know what I mean? They've been doing things in the name of God against black people in the black community. So like, it's something that I just can't get behind in terms of like the person that's giving this message.
Right.
It's just way too self-righteous, too over-righteous for me. You know what I mean? If it was somebody else, I'd be willing to have the conversation, but like, not from this guy, not from this Bible.
A little disingenuous.
So,
yeah.
Sincere as a rap snob is basically asking a question we asked earlier.
Like, who is this guy? Where'd he come from? And why do we fucking keep acting like he's somebody that we need to fuck with? Get rid of this guy.
Deanie, your thoughts on D1?
I get it. It's that weird dichotomy, man. Like, I forgive me. I've been one of the people that's been able to listen to a lot of thug music, and it hasn't like made me go out and thug it out. You get what I'm saying? But I do understand his concept. You know, like I don't want to say I'm a superior mind, but if you are of not there mentally, you know what I'm saying, you could see all these images and say, you know, so I do get it. You know what I'm saying? But it just, I don't know, man. Son always weirds me out about the but I can't something. They always just raise my alarms, man. You know what I'm saying? Something about these niggas just always raise reference.
This is an interesting segment.
What's going on?
The soul brother nigga. I get it. I do.
Nah,
he
but
make
no, look.
I did not think you were going here tonight.
He's against that snit. You know what I'm talking about? The shape.
I do want to draw.
Now me
I want to draw.
The rails are gone because we're off them. You know what I mean?
We're off. I've got a lot of work.
The rails are over there. The train is on sand and rocks right now. We're fucked. Okay.
I do want to draw a line because there is a difference between being spiritual. Guys, like a lot of them are spiritual, not necessarily religious or like Bible thumping. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Knowledge of self kind of shit.
Right. So like, again, my issue with this guy is that like he'll reference the Bible and be like, in the Bible it says, and like the Bible says so much easy shit that it's like you can't take the Bible verbatim, word by word.
Some people do, and shouts to y'all.
Please don't get struck down next to me, okay?
All I'm saying is this: I understand where he's coming from, But I just like Rick Ross' response and shit was kind of weak to me. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, hey, the music I'm making is got a bunch of niggas going out killing each other, but I handed out some turkeys. That shit just kind of comes off as weak too.
That was kind of
that shit. That's some New Jack City shit, bro. We seen what happened to the nigga who give out the turkeys. He's murdering the whole hood. So that ain't really do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? I think there should have been a mutual conversation that came from the both of them out of this. This could have been a teachable moment for both, but they took it as fuck you type shit. So we are where we at now.
Niggas do.
Here's what I'll say. Like, I don't know. To question gangster rap in 2023,
It's all order.
religion aside, it's a tired argument. If we've learned, maybe I'm a cynic. I am a cynic. Let me not say maybe. I am a
Slightly.
cynic. But at the same time, I accept people at face value. There's people who out there who want that gangster shit. Right. They love it. Rose speaks to them.
Shouts to Adrian.
There you go. There you go. They want that. They you know what I mean? Either they live it. A person like myself, I am people. I love that gangster shit. When I got my suit on and I'm driving to my job where I work inside of a middle school, I want to hear some gangster shit. It gets me in the right mood. When I'm listening to my trap future shit and I'm leaving work after a long day of dealing with gaslighting preteens, it gets me in a good, you know what I'm saying? In a good space. So there's a market for that. Is D1 wrong in saying this? Nah, not at all. But it's short-sighted because it doesn't speak to the nigga who wants to hear that shit. Whether you live it or you want to live through it. You want that shit. Just like Coke rap. We grew up with Coke rap. None of us sold Coke, but we loved that shit. We loved it.
Immaculate.
Right. There's a nigga who want that conscious shit. The niggas who want that gospel shit. There's markets for everybody. I just feel like now, bro, like to judge people based on what they put out there, you're not really looking at the scope. There's only one person, one deity that can judge. Whoever you believe in, Buddha, Allah, God, whatever. There's only one judge. So let niggas do what they want to do. Getting out here and banging the gavel of judgment, that shit is whack. I've never been a fan of it because you don't never consider that. To me, when you judge, you're only considering yourself and your point of view. You're not considering the people who want to hear it. So
and it comes off super sanctimonious. They just tune so many people out, bro.
There you go. Because everybody's not in lockstep with religion the same way. He is. We're not considering that. Maybe he'd prefer it that way, but what about the atheist people out there who don't believe in that shit? Right?
They're going to hell.
And ultimately, if you're not,
fair. You know what I mean?
if you talking this shit and you're not mentioning Jimmy Iovine, you're not mentioning Lucian Grange, you're not mentioning the people that are writing the checks for this type of shit to be made, you're always gonna look a little bit like
you pulling in Jim Jones. You know what? What I've always loved about Capo is he is who he is. He's never pretended to be something else.
Talking kind of crazy in that reply. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
nigga was on Sway in the morning cooking.
Going crazy, yeah.
But the thing is, when
his little cousin.
When shit, you know what I mean? When you decide to speak about certain niggas, this is the response that you. Because Capo's, honestly, I would never say nothing bad about Jim Jones because I might bump into the nigga.
Literally,
you know what I mean?
All over New York City.
And Capo, I bumped into Capo before. I told you the story when I was at Atlantic Records. He was right by the elevator, waiting for the elevator to go upstairs, and we just standing right next to each other. I didn't say shit. You know what I mean?
Salute to the Capo.
And I don't know scary shit, but it's just like that's New York. That's the New York nigga in me. Like you know you Capo. I know that you know you're Capo, but fuck that. I'm not gonna be a groupie.
Jimmy was a little terror back then, though. You know what I'm saying? In that
I mentioned
era,
that Q-Tip story earlier. I say what up,
nigga. I worked at Murray Bertram High School. I was working overtime when I seen Q-Tip. He was shooting a commercial for I think the VMAs, and nigga Spike Lee was right outside. You never know who you gonna bump into.
Don't.
But
big city.
Let niggas be themselves and let whoever the deity is judge them when their time on this plane is done. You out here judging niggas, that shit whack. Stay in your own lane. And if you a gospel nigga clout chasing, you're the worst type of nigga to me.
Honestly.
Shitting me?
Anyway. GP is you with me?
To be fair, I don't think I don't exactly think that he was cloud chasing. I think that because Ross was he made that same point. He was like, oh, you know, you trying to go viral or whatever. I don't think he was trying to go viral. I just think he was speaking his mind on Sway, and it was put out there, and then like, you know what I mean? He called out names.
Yeah.
So
Niggas overheard it.
you know what I mean? If you call out names, you might very well go viral. But I don't think that was necessarily his intent. But shit is still kind of whack.
And to also give him his props, he is nice.
Yeah,
He's nice.
He's alright.
He got some balls.
Nice.
He's alright.
You know he's nice.
I heard a few freestyles. He's nice.
Yeah.
He's a gospel Wayne.
Damn,
I love Wayne. What you
a
hate?
gospel Wayne.
You know?
That's tough.
That's pain.
We're gonna have to really
And he's
sit.
been out since like 2012.
That's why he's cloud chasing. But anyway, the mailbag, my favorite segment.
Yes.
Since here the rap snob, this is for you. Godspeed 9914 says, Sin is right about the industry not investing in production anymore. Even Drake albums now have to have some questionable mixing, whereas back in the day you could count on 40 and his guys to deliver crisp sounding projects.
Yes, thank you for agreeing with me because I'm right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, and sometimes I feel like some albums are like kind of a mishmash. I feel like you could pick out the songs that they were like, yo, I really want to invest in this song and have the sonic sound top notch. And so they invest the money into like sending that song to a professional engineer to mix and master it. And then some other songs, they were like, oh shit, like I'm out of bread or whatever, or I really got to put this project out. I can't get it mixed and mastered. And like some albums you'll listen to and there'll be a mishmash of different sonics, and it just kind of takes you out of it. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, you know, the label handled it and was like, all right, submit all of your songs as a unit. We're gonna submit all of your songs to an engineer, and they're gonna go through the whole process, beginning to end. And that's how you got like amazing sounding front to back albums. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Not for anyone in particular, but I'm so focused. 4678 says, Franklin Ave and Union Street here, down a block from Prospect Heights, and grew up next to the building Buckshot and from Black Moon. When the Wu came out, Black Moon Boot Camp was on the rise as well. Then Nas came with Illmatic. It was a strong moment for us back then. The 90s, it was a lit era. Cream is the first New York anthem, in my opinion. Deanie, just to put a bow on it, what do you think about him saying Cream was the first New York anthem?
First, definitely not. But it was definitely one of the greatest anthems of all time. You know what I'm saying? It still stands to this day. I listened to it today, and it still sounds as beautiful as it did last time. So I agree with the brother on that.
I mean, yeah, Cream.
Not the first though.
We still, it's up there as far as anthem goes.
No
so I don't know
question.
about the first.
I mean, but there was anthems like, BDP.
KRS One had, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
a lot of
Like,
niggas had anthems.
again, shouts to the Juice Crew Symphony. I'm not gonna forget it this time. That one rang, through the city a lot. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of them before.
The bridge, like
That's the Cream.
Huddy R.
I mean, Queens wasn't feeling that though.
They
Maybe
wasn't,
he
though.
meant like a
Maybe a
citywide.
citywide.
Right.
Yeah,
New York
Gotcha.
getting
Yo, the irony that it came out of
because
Staten
there was
Island,
some
that's
smoke.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's sick irony, in fact. Huddy R 1112 says, my born year is God/Bill. I was 15, living on Dean Street in the Heights. So we always trooped down Albany all the way to Eastern Parkway. I always rocked the 40 belows with an ill, colorful low jacket. If you know, you know.
Yes, sir.
And I copped 36 chambers from the Africans on Eastern Parkway. Shaking my head, time flies. I mean, shout out to copping it from the bootleg niggas. Shout out to the low reference, because shout out to all the low heads. Shout out to the low
40
lives.
Belize's.
My neighbor right now is an OG low life nigga. I'm talking about like his low shit, the colorful low fits.
Yeah.
You
He's
his
him.
comment?
The
You live
nigga
next
was
to Dallas Penn? That's
motherfucker-
an OG blog reference. I know a few of
motherfucker
y'all
was
gonna
in
get
Japan a couple weeks ago just doing some rap shit for Hip Hop 50. So like my neighbor's really a low head. Like the 90s, the late 80s and 90s niggas was really rocking that polo and he made niggas like us want to wear polo because it's like that's what it looks like. But yeah,
Yo, real quick, shouts to Dallas Penn since Mace brought him up, because like I heard he had some sort of health issues. I remember hearing him back on the Combat Jack show. You know what I mean?
shout out Combat Jack, the
Salute.
Podfather.
Yes,
Sure.
absolutely.
Last,
Oh, also,
you got one more?
yeah, no, just one more thing. if anybody out there, because I tried to look it up on the internet, I couldn't find it anywhere. If anybody remembers in New York, early to mid 90s, earlier 90s, the bootleg Timberland hoodies that I was talking about with the boot, it was like a suede kind of material, and the boot print was on the
front of the hoodie.
on the chest, and then it was two-tone. So like where like the lower part was like a different color, usually red. Holla at me if you got a picture of it. If you still got one, like holla at me, man. I'm trying to find one of those because I know I'm not crazy. Them shits existed.
We know we got fly niggas listening, man. Come on now.
Talk about it, man.
JF1573 says, at this point, dissing Nas is just a way to make headlines. He's on the Mount Rushmore, and by claiming otherwise, hip-hop media has to respond. And because Nas was diplomatic with 21, younger artists know it won't ruin their career. Sin, what do you say to that?
Yeah, I kind of agree. Because I think people have noticed how strongly Nas fans will come out in defense of Nas. I think some people have noticed that, and like I said, like that segment on the Revolt debate show, I think some of it, not all of it, but I think there was some of it that was kind of staged or was kind of a work. Like, yo, let's try to bring Nas into the conversation. And, you know, since this is a debate show, like some of us will come to his defense and other ones will, you know, kind of be detractors or whatever, and see what happens on the internet. And, you know, what happened on the internet happened on the internet, like just according to plan. You know what I mean?
Lesson learned. Last but not least, Ramon Acosta 191 says, the problem is the amount of time dedicated to the subject regarding Nas. Ebro literally forgot about Nas' Magic 3 album and was going to close the show until the other host said, Low, that is. Wait, we have the Nas album, so Nas was an afterthought, like the redhead child in hip-hop, which is crazy after Nas had Ebro and his team at Yankee Stadium present on stage. Truth is that more time was dedicated to Jay-Z's God Did verse, and if Jay-Z drops, Ebro will have an entire episode for Jay-Z. Mesito, what do you say?
I can't say specifically because I don't know how much time he did dedicate to Nas in the historic run. But listen, that's why we actually have to give props to Low Key. That's why we gotta give props to Rob Markman when he set niggas straight. That's why you gotta give props to the Rap Round Table. You know what I mean? When we talk about the run, you know what I mean? Because listen,
shout out Hit Boy.
I don't expect anything high from, you know, corporations and motherfuckers like this. So if they downplaying legends, that's the type of bullshit they do. But it's up to niggas that's real niggas to step up and let niggas know what's really supposed to be happening. You know what I'm saying?
And also it's about selecting the right person to be like your co-host, be your right-hand man. And that you know that they, like, if you fuck up somehow, they'll correct you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jarv and I, like, you know, if Jarv forgets something, I'll remind him. If I forget something, you'll remind me. Or, like, you know, Mason and Dini as well. Like, you know what I mean? We got each other's backs. You know what I me So, or Walt. You know what I mean?
The great
earlier
Walt
tonight,
saved us today,
I
bro.
remember the symphony.
Couple times.
He got me out of that jam. You know what I mean? So,
and with that said, we snatched up Walt. We hopped in the whip. We drove uptown. We drove past some people looking from across the street in their car windows with the microscope, not their microscopes, the telescopes, looking in the Sears window, trying to see what he's doing, trying to see like how does he take his coffee in the morning. the hero that he tried to get from the crib that was delicious at the deli, that was a tweet reference. He doesn't understand that if you buy Hellman's, the mayo not gonna hit the same way it does as the generic brand that you get from the corner store.
I don't know what they do at the fucking deli, bro.
You don't buy government cheese, so of course the sandwich don't hit.
Nah, bro. You see the display? They got the Boar's Head shit. I buy the Boar's Head shit.
That's the only name brand part of your sandwiches. The Boar's Head meat. Pause. You know what I mean? Yeah. But everything else is government, nigga. Well, with that said,
you need the government shit then, man.
All of you need to.
Sandwiches hit. Deli
sit a rap snob. Tap
yeah,
in.
Man. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I'm a little schmiz.
Shit, I'm
little drizz.
It's a little warm in here. But Yeah, people in a bubble. Step out of that bubble or get off my lawn. You know what I mean? We've talked about bubbles here.
Tribes and bubbles.
You know,
Yep.
the bubbles of fan bases and whatnot here at the table extensively. But I said, I put out a tweet, and I knew it was going to like shake up the room a little bit. That was the whole point of it. Where because it was the anniversary of Liquid Swords by Jizza, and I sent out a tweet and I was like, look, let's keep it a buck. This shit is just as good as Cuban Links, and and here's the thing. Who would have thought? 2 words. I prefaced it with hot take, and all of a sudden everybody goes fucking crazy.
Everyone loses their mind.
Yeah, it felt like the Joker shit. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Hold, listen to that.
And so if I guarantee you,
tonight's
if
entertainment.
I would not have put the 2 words hot take in front of it, it would not have taken off the way it did. But I put hot take in front of it, and I was like, Liquid Swords is just as good as Cuban Links. It's just as much of a classic. A classic as Cuban Links.
Really not. No.
But thank you because this is my point exactly. You know what I mean?
Yo.
But and I said, but people gravitate more towards like coke and crime rap. You know what I mean? And that gangster shit. Then they do. More cerebral, protons, electrons talk. You know what I mean? And so a slew of people, I got a lot of support for that statement, but like there was a slew of people that came out and was like, oh, that's not a hot take.
Slew of people saying
everybody knows that. That's get rid of this guy. Common knowledge. Like, how is it a hot take if everybody feels that way? Why? And that's my entire point. I know that not everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way, Mace.
I don't feel that way. Not
everybody feels that way. You know what I mean? And
that's
so,
the Cuban Links, man.
If you just sort of step out of that bubble of, like-mindedness all of the time.
Ego snobbing.
This fucking everybody like just wants to.
When in doubt, snob more.
Everybody just wants to live in their own personal circle jerk session.
Hey, yo.
And just keep jerking each other off with the same fucking opinions all the time.
You got a lot of work to do, John.
Yo, whoa.
A lot of work, bro. Mute this man.
You got to step out of your fucking bubble.
No,
you know what I mean?
I like my cocaine bubble.
I made that statement for a reason because I know I've spoken to people. You know what? I live in the world. I know the status that Cuban Links has as an all-time classic album.
Yeah,
there's a reason why people talk about Cuban Links as one of the greatest albums of all time.
Definitely.
And not so much Liquid Swords. So that's the reason I made the whole fucking statement. But y'all motherfuckers want to be like, oh, it's common knowledge, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, it's because you live in a bubble. Step out of your bubble. Get out of your basement. And get the fuck off my lawn.
I gotta get out of the bubble because I'm definitely.
You know what? This is the first time Sid needs to get off his own lawn.
Yeah, this is great.
He's bugging.
Wow.
Liquid Source is not fucking with motherfucking Cuban Links. What
Come
are you
on,
talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Cocaine, protons, neurons. What are you talking
Salute to
about?
Mystery and Chess Boxing.
Yeah, I mean,
Electric guitars, nigga. I don't
Come on,
salute to
man.
that. Mountain climbers.
I think you're missing the point.
Hot take,
to the bone
hot take, or
bristle.
no hot take.
The people that don't understand the counter opinions.
Now we're not
you
smart
guys
enough.
have. That's not what I'm. The people out there that don't understand that there are countering opinions to
They
the
got
opinions that they have. They're the ones that need to get off.
Okay.
You guys are good.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
sir. Thank you, sir.
You guys are good.
I'll take my espresso with a droplet of cream, because we're at the coffee house apparently. Yeah,
I think y'all too drunk to even understand.
Take some
what
hot
the
cocoa.
whole point is,
And
bro.
again, if you haven't figured out
I understand
by
the
now,
point, Sid. I got you.
Thank you.
that we make fun of each
Jeez.
other
what
just
we
as much
do
as
here.
we make fun of y'all. If y'all haven't figured this shit out by now, you can also. This is part of the fucking show.
That's what we do.
Episode 84 of the Rap Round Table. I haven't eaten nearly enough today to be drinking this much tequila. I am in trouble getting home.
Same.
I love the journey that this podcast is on because we take some wins, we take some losses, we gain viewers, we lose viewers. But at the end of the day, we stay true to who we are, and we're never gonna change what the Rap Roundtable is because we like this shit. And motherfuckers like it too.
That's a fact.
Deanie the Balance, take us home.
Yo, it's Deanie. Y'all know the vibes, what we do here, man. Roundtablemerch.com. Go get you some, man. In the words of Ease, go get that. Get yours, Jim. Salute to the homie Walt the Great. Salute to Denona Rosa. We on the way. Salute to Miss George for letting me know.
Don't give us no generic food this time. You gave us like clams or some shit the last time. I don't remember what
no, it was like calamari, some weird shit like
bro.
that.
Nah. You gave us some decent shit, but you ain't give us no forks, bro. Like,
Yeah, just bad. Treated us like savages. Salute to Miss George and salute to her boo Dennis for tapping into the Rap Roundtable. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate all the listens. Salute to all 11,000 plus of y'all who subscribe. Subscribe more. Tell your mans to tell your mans. Tell your girl to tell her girls. Fuck with the Rap Roundtable. We giving you that pure shit. This is that.
20K possible before 2024?
That's a heavy
Sure
run.
is.
Maybe I'm
we
reaching
can do
it.
it though.
Sure is.
We
You know what I'm
walking the
saying?
12.
We giving y'all that pure uncut Bolivian, y'all.
Enhancement free.
Salute to Macito, the voice of the young people, voice of the industry, the voice of I will find you.
yo,
Salute to Sincere.
who made this beat?
You know who you fucking listening to. Sincere, the rap snob.
Super
Sincere
producer.
Beats, the architect of production at the Rap Roundtable. You hear beat is Sincere. It's always fire. If you're a rapper, tune into the great so you can get yourself something to make. Don't go the route a lot of these whack rappers is going. Get yourself some fire. Jav, the
Say
point
that.
guard,
The
flawless execution, facilitation's always immaculate.
Pod goat.
Beautiful. Walt the Great, man. Thank you for
man.
putting up with us, bro.
Fifth member.
Shout out to Josh. You would have booted us like a half an hour ago.
fact.
Salute to the gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm Deanie the Balance of the Force from the day ones
Chef.
to the year fours. Salute. We love y'all. It's the Rap Roundtable, episode 84. We fucking out of here. You dig? Boom.
Vibes.
Do, 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 do.
Sabotage or no sabotage. You can't stop it. We not going nowhere. We not moving. You might as well just keep tuning in.
We're the future, Charles, not them.
Walk into the Lions den, you.
The X-Men reference at the end is nasty work.
Good shit, D.
Shouts to y'all, man.
We need on tight. Steady snap.